Not in the business, you catching fever. You getting serious like anti-river. Ain't no stopping by the river. And as we coming, we sweeping, we cutting, we moving all the way. Yeah, yeah. We coming, yeah. Where is gonna be coming? As we coming, we sweeping, we coming. And then when we meet up, speak. Where is gonna be coming? Yeah, you are coming, yeah. We coming. Not in the business, you catching fever. You getting serious like anti-river. Ain't no stopping by the river. And as we coming, we sweeping, we cutting, we moving all the way. Yeah, yeah. We coming, yeah. Where is gonna be coming? As we coming, we sweeping, we coming. And then when we meet up, speak. Where is gonna be coming? Yeah, you are coming, yeah. We coming.
Stop coming, stab 'em. Stab 'em. Alexander coming, stab 'em. Keep on the explode. The leaders I love, the leaders I love, the ones I trust so much, they made a fool out of me. I've been praying to God every day, please give me a leader.
The oldest republic in Africa. And yet, we're one of the least developed countries on the continent, and indeed one of the least developed countries in the world. And I say to you, my fellow Liberians, we deserve a better Liberia. We need to ask ourselves some fundamental questions. Why are we where we are? Most Liberian homes don't have electricity. Most Liberian homes don't have running water. Most Liberians are unemployed. These are things we can change. These are things we should demand of ourselves and of our leaders. We, as Liberians, cannot keep doing the same things and expect different results. We cannot keep electing and selecting the same kinds of leaders with the same kinds of experiences and expect Liberia to change. We have to do many things differently, and that starts with selecting and electing new leaders who know how to create jobs, who know how to grow the economy, who will prioritize the Liberian people first before they prioritize themselves. And this is what I offer you, the Liberian people. The other universal truth that I want to share with you, my fellow Liberians, is the best predictor of future performance and future behavior is past performance and past behavior. And again, I ask you to look at my record of job creation, of success, of managing large budgets without one penny going missing. All of these things you can look at and compare to the other candidates. And again, you will see that my past performance and past behavior is a good predictor, a good indicator that what I commit to, we will deliver. There are 5 priorities we have, and we call that the what's. And then there are 5 things we call the how we'll do it. And those priorities are as follows. Our first priority is infrastructure. Simply put, it's electricity, it's roads, it's water, and it's internet and cell phone connectivity across Liberia. We have to invest in infrastructure. That is the top priority. That's the basis on which we can and will do everything else. The second priority for us is job creation. There are too many unemployed, underemployed, and unemployable Liberians. The unemployment rate is over 85%. And therefore, job creation is our next priority, creating jobs for the Liberian people. The next priority is agriculture. We are a country that do not fear ourselves. These are things we can do for ourselves. We should be producing rice to feed ourselves. And my commitment is that by the end of my first term in office, we will be self-sufficient in rice production. And within education, we are focused on vocational training, teachers training, and adult education. But we have to educate our young people because, again, that's how we can help them create jobs. That's how we can train farmers. And so these things are all linked together. And our final priority in terms of the what's is health. Because you can have good infrastructure, you can have a good job, you can feed yourself, you can have great education, but if you don't have your health, it doesn't matter. And so health is our 5th priority, and there we're focused on primary health care and preventive health care. So those are the what's we'll do for our people, for the Liberian people. How are we going to do these things? The first how is we want to engage Liberians differently in the transformation of our country. We call this hearts and minds. How do we get all Liberians to participate in the changes that are required? We're going to use arts and music and culture and reconciliation and religion. All of these things, we will be deliberate in using these things to engage us as a people in this transformation process. And so we're doing some work on how we can make those things happen. The next how is that we're going to find the money. We have to find the resources, the money, to do all of the what's I mentioned earlier. And the way we'll find the money is first, we'll go after waste in government. You know, we spend a lot of money on things that we don't need, or we pay too much for things that we do need. So for example, I believe the vehicles we buy for our government officials, we spend too much money on that. We should reduce the number of vehicles, and we should buy less expensive vehicles for our government officials. We need to reduce how much they make so we can pay teachers and civil servants and police officers and the military officers and healthcare workers, people who actually do the work. We need to pay them more money and reduce the gap between those at the top and those who actually do the work. The other way we'll find the money is going after this thing called corruption. You know, corruption has been the bane of our country. Is the primary reason why we are as underdeveloped as we are today. And we will aggressively go after corruption. The first thing we'll do is we will appoint a corruption czar, a minister in charge of corruption in the presidency that will coordinate all of the agencies that are meant to find corrupt officials. Secondly thing we'll do is we'll make sure we are giving the resources, the money, the right people, the right logistics to the anti-corruption agencies, the LACC, Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, the General Accounting Office, the Public Procurement and Concessions Commission. We will make sure they got the right resources to go after corrupt officials. After that, when we find people who are corrupt, we will prosecute them, We will put them in jail and we'll seize their assets. It will not be good enough for you just to resign. So those are the things we will do to really go after corruption. I have committed that I will not take a salary. The salary that is paid the president, I will allocate it towards helping to fight corruption. That's how important I think it is to us. And then the other way we'll find the money is we'll make sure we're getting full value, the full monies we're due from our natural resources. We'll look to exploit other natural resources so we can get the funds required to fund healthcare, to fund infrastructure, to create jobs, etc., etc. So finding the money is the second how. The next how is we want to create a government of inclusion. We want all sections of our country to be represented in the government. We want opposition political parties to be in government because we believe that having a government inclusion will help all of us make the right decisions. It will make sure that we're spreading the resources of our country across the entire country. And then the last two hows, one is growing the private sector. We will focus on growing the private sector so Liberians can primarily benefit from that growth. No longer should Liberian business people be spectators to our economy. And we want to actively support Liberianization and encourage and provide credit and other facilities to Liberian businesses so they can participate. And last but not least, we will use technology. We'll leverage technology to help us achieve our goals. So those are the what's and the hows. But let me end by leaving you again with these two universal truths. One is we cannot keep doing the same things, my people, and expect different results. We cannot keep electing the same people with the same experiences and expect Liberia to change. We need to elect and select different people to lead us, to serve us, to help us manage and run our country. And the other universal truth is the best predictor of future performance and future behavior is past performance and past behavior. And on those two counts, I believe I stand head and shoulders above the other candidates expiring. Together, we will change Liberia for the benefit of all Liberians. We will transform our country. We will give us a new start, a fresh start, so that all of us can benefit from this country we love. I thank you. God bless you. God bless the Republic of Liberia.
Chicken necro for day.
Okay, all right, good. Okay, thank you for that. Like, I love that love, man. You giving me a shock into my body. Yes, thank you very much. My name is Munel Kishan, aka the General. Damn it, I'm fired up. Yes, another nice day in paradise. I'm drinking a wine. Yeah, listen, I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, man, I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. This is the platform that get 20 sometime, 21, 30, 100. All the people that used to follow me now, they're on the other side, but no problem. You know why I love this show? It's not about how many people watch live. There's a reason I come on by this time. Right now, it's after 12 o'clock in Liberia. It's almost what? Yes, it's in the morning. When other people get up, they watch it. When I look at my messenger, I see names that have never followed me before. People from Liberia, people from
This other person say I'm from Nimakan. The other person say, oh yes, I'm from this. I follow you. You just came across my page and this and that. And it helped me. I feel good. So I don't worry about whether you can bring the 10,000. Listen, if I want to pay for views, I will pay for views. But it make no sense because the 45 on this, the 43 that watching me will share it on their page, or the ones there maybe amongst the 30, 43, I got maybe 5 or 6 who might not like me, but they stay my followers and I enjoy it. And you know I can enjoy it today. The other guy said, but what you can do so much, you get only 20% watching you. I said, but you one of the 20. How do you know I get 20% watching me? Because you one of the 20. You one of those who watch me. So that's a good thing. You see. So guys, today I know I'm here to encourage you. Don't let the news push you away. We will bring the truth to you anytime we want. We will get the truth. You know, the devil love lies. The devil are good talkatives. They know how to lie. But guess what? The lies never last. They are out of option. They are out of lies. So what they're doing now, they're reversing the lies. You watch it today? They're reversing the lies. They're changing things around. Today, y'all heard about this. Y'all heard this guy who said he had a breaking news. He had a breaking news. He spoke with George Weah for 20 minutes. But let me give you some of the lies. And it's shame and it's sorry for some seditionists who don't even know. And some decent seditionists are pissed off. Because President Weah, let me say this. I knew President Weah before that individual. I'm not waiting for a call from President Weah. That's why I posted on Spoon. Will President Weah be brave enough to call Karika on the phone, call Pucci, call Rodney Sie, call Nyinka, call people who sacrificed their entire life when George Weah was playing football? Can he call them? You call this guy for what? And what you discuss? I need an invitation to go to Liberia in July 26th. That's all? But you guys are late. We said it already that this boy was doing a job for Miguel. When he said, he said, I spoke with a friend. You're listening to this. You're listening to me good. I spoke with a friend today. And listen, please, guys. Some people say, oh, let's just concentrate on Costa. If you tell me I should concentrate only on Mr. Cummings, you're not a Mr. Cummings supporter. That means you either a JB supporter and you don't want me to talk because from there I come into JB. If you are a Joseph Boakai supporter, then you will tell me, oh, Mune, don't waste your time. No. I'm talking about politicians. I'm not just talking about advocates. I'm not talking about Francis Doe. I'm not talking about what the boy needs the other boy, Prince Sheriff. I'm not talking about the guys. I'm speaking about politicians, those who have intention to run. It is my responsibility to criticize them. So I am not talking. This guy, he's not. He's an advocate on the other side, but he is a politician and someone who has ambition to run for office. So he will be under the microscope anytime. So don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. Now, he said, oh, I spoke with a friend today, and I won't call the friend name. And the friend said, when the last time you spoke with your man? Let me tell you now, listen, I am a security man I'm not a professional because a professional security is supposed to get like a certificate. I went to school to do some course in security, but I work with Liberia National Police. I did some job for them. I was an undercover cop and a lot of things I did in Liberia. Yes, so when I say undercover cop, I was like a SA, they call SA special assignment that was on that list. Special assignment, that means you're assigned to some ministers and whatsoever. Now, he said, I spoke with this guy, but I won't call the guy name. And the guy asked me, so how you your man? Then I said, oh, that man blocked me. Oh, that man blocked me. Then later on, he was surprised today when President Weah called. When the call came in, then before he could pick it up, the call dropped. Then he called the man, pick it up. Then the man said, so you say I block you? No, I never block you. You know, there's a glitch in my phone. Start giving all the spider story. Then I thought they had an interview. He said, the man started talking, and they tell that made me fair because you say I want to kill you, blah, blah, all that thing and nonsense. But just to find out that, hey, but you mentioned you can kind of Liberia. But I want the invitation first. I want invitation from you. Before I can't do Liberia, I won't labor now. That's all. George Weah wasted 20 minutes of his time to call for someone to beg him, but then the whole thing. When he said somebody, I knew it. I said, Magay, Nathaniel Magay. But he told you guys that he would not call the name. But guess what happened? He could have put a foot in it. He went on Spoon and said, when Magay called me today, you think Magay don't know that you were not talking to George? George Weah stopped talking to you? Magay begged George Weah to call him because he did a particular job for them. Give me a hand clap. Magay begged George Weah. I said, just give him a call. And listen to me today, clean. He will not get the invitation he wants from George Weah because there are other strong supporters of President Weah now who are pissed off that they cannot believe that the president will go that low, call somebody, but he don't know that it's a publicity stunt. Publicity stunt. George Weah just used him again. George Mane Weah. Maybe he changed last night. Maybe he changed right now as I'm talking to you. George Mane Weah will not send an invitation for this guy. This guy who calls him and use the word when Congo men ready to curse you, to call, when Congo men won't curse you, they call you swine. Swine, our native people that used to go throw Chima away those days. Like, get your, look at his swine, you son of a swine. That's how the boy calls George Weah. Some of us who criticize President Weah, I never insulted him one day. I criticize him. But this boy used all kinds of words on President Weah. And I saw some of the sedition out. I don't know the story. Yeah, the kid. I said, oh yeah, George Weah. And other seditions are pissed off. George Weah don't even take the phone to call Prince Sharif. He never took the phone to call Gilman. He never took the phone to call all the people that supporting him. Class D. But he took the phone and called the biggest talk show host. Gave me the invitation. Then he said, oh, I forget to ask the man about my equipment. And all his spectator clapping. Oh. This was the same guy yesterday that was talking about the bread and butter issue. The hardship. He was confused when the president called him. He couldn't even answer. He couldn't say nothing. He never asked one question concerning you. All he does, what he was doing about his equipment and his sim. Okay, that is not the thing. He went on Spoon, brag about it, and took his foot and put it in his mouth. Listen, it's interest. If anybody telling you, say, that I'm in this thing here just to do what? Hey, listen, my people, listen to me keenly today. Liberians, since you guys do not understand, running for public office is not about making money. Running for public office is not about what I am going to get. Running for public office is about the people you want to serve. You put the people first before your interest. But when you tell me you got a special interest and you guys are clapping, oh, Jesus Christ. I see why I'm supporting Mr. Cummings. I see why I am supporting Mr. Cummings. Because Mr. Cummings do not worry if he lose election. Mr. Cummings he have nothing to lose when he lose election. He got nothing that would get from out of him when he lose an election. His family will still live when he lose election. He's the one who spoke 4 years ago and still speaking the same way and have not changed. That is why they hate Mr. Cummings. That is why they can't stand him. They have lied. They've gone back to the same lie about framework document. I would not talk to. If you don't know the framework document, then it's up to you. This boy lie on spoon today, but you people ain't catch it. All about him. Disrespected the other people because he don't use to people getting on his show to argue with him. He don't use to people calling his show and say things. He alone speak on the show and he bullies. He cannot stand. He can't make the argument. He's not a politician. But this boy think that he will run for president. He will run for... Look, the devil got followers, but the devil never wins. The devil never wins. He got followers. When the devil speak, people yell. Everybody has their time. Nobody, listen, you cannot take another man's blessing and put it this way. No. What is yours. But if you do not utilize your blessing, trust me. If you do not utilize it, you will be the victim. This boy lie again concerning the framework. The same thing he was talking about. Man, people, let me tell you, please, Constitution is not just an ordinary document. The framework that we people that they're talking about, it's a constitution, the bylaws of 4 organizations, bylaws. Let me give you a typical example. That constitution is not a deed, not land deed. That constitution is not just a letter. When you put a constitution together, let me tell you, and I'll give you an example. When a constitution is drafted and they went through it and they signed it, whenever you amend a constitution, the dates never change, the signature never change. It's just an amendment. And they will tell you it was amended on blah, 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 blah. Simple thing. Simple. The American Constitution was amended 33 times. They never changed the signature. They never changed the date. The ANC Constitution was amended. Henry Costa's name is still in the ANC Constitution. It was never changed. Nobody signed it. They just do it and continue and make a note. He lied so much until he forgot. The first time the document came out, it was actually April 25th. Mo Ali lied today on spoon again. But let me give you the 2 lies. The first one, Ben Nayure said, Ben Nayure, gave Mr. Cummings 5 copies to be not notarized and gave each one of them one copy. Mr. Mulatto man, Mo Ali, which I have no respect for, he got a white father, I got my white father, but when a mulatto man lie, he's a criminal. Said, the first time Mo Ali on spoon, admitted on spoon, that he took the signature sheet around. Who is Ben Sembi? Ben Sembi is official for what? Liberty Party. But today, Mo Ali said he carried 5 copies around. 5 copies. That means I signed the first one, I signed the second one, I signed the third one, I signed all 5. Then I give it to him and say, go bring my own. Oh, then I'm going to here again. I'm this and I'm Mo Ali. Then Mo Ali. Why Mo Ali can't take the stand? Why Mo Ali wasting time? Why Mo Ali had to waste our time? Why he can't just go tell Serena Sifa, say, listen, I know the whole thing. I know about the original. Let me can't take the stand. You said the guy lied to you? They call that one fear and desperation. Fear. You afraid, but you desperate. You won't be biting and blowing, biting and blowing. Today, the document, when they sign the document, who signed Yombly's signature? That me? On the same spoon, Zago said, and I quote, Mo Ali came to us, the chairman and the political myself were together. Ben Ayre said, yeah, we got copy. We got copy of the amended document. Then the next one again, we ain't get copy. But the 4 political parties, only one party brought the argument, the corrupt group, the most corrupt political party in our history, ALP, with 300 members. All the members gone on. 300 members in the whole country. In Montserrat, they get 30. In Montserrat, I'm telling you, I challenge them. 30. They can show you roster. If they show anybody say the member, they're not ready member, they will go look for people. You see them? You think we're here to can't waste our time? You think we're going to waste our time? You know, catching up with them, reality kicking in. The Constitution of Liberia, you go and read it, where they say that every citizen has the right to associate and disassociate. It is your right to join an organization. It is your right to leave. Mr. Bouaga never signed a contract. He never signed a contract. Mr. Cummings never signed a contract. None of them signed a contract. Organizations signed a contract. Now, I am not the one who's supposed to interpret the Constitution of Liberia. Do you know who interprets the Constitution of Liberia? The Supreme Court. For Liberty Party, in fact, Liberty Party stay with we stay CPP. I will get to that on Liberty Party. For ALP, actually they went through the process, they wrote. There's a process to leave, but if you think you can just go, then you're on your own. For them to feed a candidate and get out of this mess that they put themselves, that they put everyone in, and they think they can go, they will have to go to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court will interpret the law. And interpreting the law, it must be in connection with the Constitution of Liberia, or else it will be setting a precedent and it will be leaving rooms open for everybody. That means I can sign a contract, or company can sign a contract under my name, and I walk out. And the agreement within the 4 parties is private. The government can't tell you what to do. You got to go to the Supreme Court. You see, we're not lawyers, but we talk to people who are lawyers. When they're talking about citizen, they don't talk about organization. Let the Supreme Court tell the Republic, the Liberian citizen, that organization are citizens. Citizens are part of organization. But what they're saying that the name is just a name. I can leave that group. But if you sign a contract, okay, now, if I sign a contract with a company, if I leave in, there will be some penalty if I break the contract. You see? But because they know that we don't read, they know that we don't do our research. So they talk and you only follow them. You believe what they say. You believe what they tell you. And they just make fun out of us. They want to bring back the same story. Mo Ali, if you know that you carry 5 copies, go and take the stand. Now the reality kicking in, that's it. Yeah. It kicking in. It touching them. They were not faking in it. Now, guess what? What they're saying? Oh, NEC, in fact, including Liberty and expelled Yombly and others who were part of Liberty Party, have decided to withdraw themselves. So I don't know how they do it. NEC don't recognize you. How you withdraw yourself from CPP, I won't know. How they did it. How they doing it. The first thing they said, they signed a memorandum of understanding. My people, who don't go to school, memorandum of understanding is not a contract. Don't let nobody fool you. If you myself sign an MOU, just general, almost like a general agreement, but I can walk out of it anytime with nothing behind it. MOU is not a binding contract for anybody. We sign it. It's just that, yes, we want to collaborate and see how to do it. But nothing holding you myself, I can cancel it in the blink of an eye. That's not a contract, but that what Liberty Party said. And other than clapping, they're clapping. But the good thing, I never heard them say they're leaving because Mr. Cummings fingered the document. Unity Party said, never said that they left because Mr. Cummings fingered the document. Only UP, only ALP. Now, let me tell you all the UP people now. Mr. Bwaka is so embarrassed right now. He want to kick Henry Costa out. I'm telling you today. Mr. Bwaka is embarrassed of the whole situation. You know you got to get some moral. We all married men. We got wives. When I say we got wives, I'm talking about every one of us who married. A single man is different from someone who married. But having an extramarital affairs and you want to be a politician, it is a problem. Can Mr. Bwaka parade the street with people who don't even have respect for women? Can Mr. Bwaka parade the street with a man who don't respect women, who called a girl prostitute? One thing with the other UP people, Mr. Bwaka confused. He don't even have a respect for you. Who is the chairperson for the new collaboration? The little guy called Taylor Ure. Taylor Ure, who could not even win District 15. District 15. And let me tell you, you see politicians, you see the difference now how Cummings look? Let somebody tell me the last time Taylor Ure went to Looking Town and fulfilled her promises that she gave the people. When the last time you saw her in District 15, I see why the people rejected her. Darius Dillon won that district, but she was the only one that they rejected. So I don't know. Thank God. So God knows why it happened. You know, there's sins beating them. There's sin. Anybody, if you think that you will honor mine, you will disgrace Mr. Cummings, you lie. He got a mother blessing. He got people praying for him every day. I'm not talking about who you pray for. But I am telling you, people are praying for Mr. Cummings every day. Every day. Because you know what? You know why the prayer working? Mr. Cummings' foot is not on this side, on this side. Our corrupt politicians have never seen a Liberian politician in their life who stands for something, who believe in something. None of them believe in it. They say, Mr. Cummings, my first time to hear people talking about another politician, the man changed the document. Mr. Cummings fingered the document just so we can leave. You scare? Don't let them scare you. Don't let UP and the CDC scare you. Seditions, let me tell you today, you're in the wrong area. You will work. You won't get nothing in the first round. You'll not get nothing in the second round. I can tell you today. I can promise you. And for the publicity stunt that George Weah gave today, you will hear from me. George Manneh Weah, President of the Republic of Liberia, will not issue. If George Manneh Weah issue an invitation to this ball, never respect me. He will be taking on one of the biggest political risks. George Weah did it under pressure. George Weah did it because of Magay to compensate him what he did to the CPP. Y'all don't know that? George Weah did it to compensate him what he did for the CDC to damage it. Magay said, man, just call him, man. Just call him. And George Weah chose no day to call, but on the day that all that pictures and all kinds of things. Few years back, on his show, it was Star One Way. It was Star One Way. They had a whole panel talking about Ty one way tip that was out there. What goes around comes around. Cheers to you. What goes around comes around. It was Ty one way. The other time it was Molba Molu gossiping about George Weah. The other time it was Alvin Brown talking, giving him policy thing, explaining to the government. Now today that's your time. That's a video. That's not no tape. That's not no picture. That's a video. It's confirmed that's a video. And I know that it was a screenshot. And let me tell you guys, anything that is not truth, you will fight to clear your name. Mickey Jean, you lie on me and not true, you will hear me every day. That's when they say, oh, don't talk. If you don't want to talk, then it's on you. But they got some people that can't talk. But the one who get loud mouth, you will hear him mouth all over the place. So today they changed the topic on Spoon because they don't want to talk the talk about George Weah calling, George Weah this, George Weah that. Me, I'm going to say I love George Weah. George Weah, I'm on telephone and call other people. You know how many of George Weah supporters piss off right now? Do you know how disappointing it is for people who killing themselves for George Weah, who all over the place, he never make the call. He never called them one day to say, hello, John Brown. But you call this boy who cost the hell out of you, Mr. President, and trying to say what? It's not no. The only people that worry right now is UP. Only UP worry. We're not worried. To my living God, we're not worried. It's not even going to add nothing on President Weah. Y'all don't know. Y'all just get to know that the thing has been sold out. Y'all don't know that long time this thing was done. That is why, and he failed or he forgot. And guess, let me tell you what happened again. When Mr. Boyka came here, the information that we got, when Henry Costa cooked the toboggi, after the papa ate, Henry Costa recorded every damn thing, the conversation between the old man. Oh, you ain't yell that one again. There's UP people vexed. Some of the UP supporters in America, they piss off. They not tell the woman that thing are going on this and that. The woman are sidelined because the woman is being used. If anybody tell you say he broke the CPP down, that's a lie. This boy got influence over corrupt politicians because he got something on them. He got something on Joe Boyka. Who can remember when Joe Boyka was vice president? You remember? Concern the Continent and the lady? And his insider, his number one, Ure. Ure daughter today got contract to the airport. This other girl was praising, thanks to my big brother George Weah for giving us the frequency. And Taylor Ure. Taylor Ure is heading Joseph Boyka new arrangement. Second, Steve Johnson. But Steve Johnson, I thought you say member of the establishment. They're going to put a new group together. But guess what? Let me give it to you. The name UP would never be on any collaboration until after 2023, until they can go to the Supreme Court and clear it out. They're trying to put a name together. They're trying to put a name together. No political party will join them. Any party that join them right now, that party that don't give a damn, that party they will make up stories. Oh yeah, we'll join together. Let them put up Kennedy first. And they're so smart, they said, NEC do not control political party. That's true. NEC, we know NEC don't run no party. NEC, give me a chance. NEC do not run no party. You can get your IE and Barrow in library and play. FIFA ain't give a damn about you. You can get your football fee in fact, what I say IE said, you can get a football team in Liberia. Once you don't register with LFA, LFA ain't give a damn about you. But if you register with LFA, LFA regulates you. LFA is the one that qualifies you to be first division. NEC is the one that gave you certificate for you to be a political party. You can be a political party. You can't push nobody on the ballot. You guys too damn smart. As if we're stupid. NEC do not run the political party. Who the hell you register with? Can you put your name on a ballot without a NEC? Can you run for president without NEC giving you the authority to do that? You guys too damn smart in the Liberty Party, man. And the UP too. Yeah, Mr. Costa, Mr. Cummings went to Liberty Party and broke Liberty Party down. Oh. So in a Liberty Party, it is the right of Yombli Kanga to support who she want to support, but it is not the right of the other people to support who they want to support. Because she don't want feeding them. Put your mouth, put your money, your mouth where your money is. Let me put your mouth when your money, Madam Senator and Mr. Senator, if you guys wanted to hold ground in Liberty Party, pay your dues. So, you only try to run Grand Bassa County and run part of Montserrado for Dillon. But guess what? I bet you right now, if Yombli tried to rerun, they will beat her. I can tell anybody that. Dillon can't even try in Montserrado County either. They can. Eh? So tell me, if they show, because thank God they're smart, they never said that the document are correct. If the document is wrong, resign. Resign. You use this document for a whole year. So that means you guys are dumb. Y'all can read. That means Mr. Cummings is smarter than y'all. The thing is that we wanted to hold. If Mr. Cummings stop you from moving, oh, that means Mr. Cummings, you smart. Oh, Mr. Cummings, you smart guy. You smart. But because they can't read, all the school they went to, they get all the degree, they fail to read. Not that they can't read, but they are criminals. They are liars. Some of them are molesters. Some of them are women nassers. Some of them, they don't give a damn about women. They disrespect people. That's it. Clean, plain, bland. And let me tell you, I will treat you like a politician if you are a politician. Henry Pedro Costa is a politician. He's not just an advocate. He want to run for senator. He want to run for president in 2029. What he said. I'm not going after people who get talk show and you used to be going around. Stanton not running for nothing. Peabody they ain't running for nothing. And Timothy ain't running for anything. Spencer ain't running for nothing. But if you say you're a politician and you want to contest, we watch what comes from out of your mouth. And that ball was on spoon today. You don't even notice it. Lying from one point to another point. And he did see one the other day. He said the original document was April 25th. Then Mr. Cummings carried May 19th. Today again, he said the original document are May 19th. So which one will believe, my people? Don't waste your time. That distraction. They lie. They know how to lie again. They catch up with them. You see, Mr. Cummings? Instead of them telling the Liberian people what Mr. Bouaka can do, what are his plans, don't tell me about no spider story our way, LPRC. Tell me how Liberia will be better to move forward into the 21st century. Mr. Cummings telling us how. Mr. Cummings telling you what we're supposed to do, what we can do. Liberians, I know you are good people. If you listen to me today, you're in Liberia. Don't be moved. Enough is enough. The power is in your hands. That's the only right you have in our constitution. It is your right. Mr. Cummings is not walking around giving people money because you think he worked for it. He worked hard for his money. It is time that we keep millionaire friends. Don't beg him. That kid today you saw on Spoon wanted money from Cummings, but he can't make it. Cummings don't give money easily like that. You listen to Sam Jackson. He went to Cummings. Cummings gave him $100. Cummings gave people money who deserve it. Cummings don't just take money and throw it because you know what? He worked for it. The people that throw money out, they didn't work for it. They are criminals. They are criminals. You in Liberia today, tell your people. Don't let them fool you. Enough is enough. You chase black car. And let me tell you guys this today. Don't let them sing the song to you that, oh, the politicians, the opposition, they discourage us. I think Joshua will win. That people who make such a statement, they are either sedition or are people who are very hard to learn, who do not look, who don't look read between the lines. How can you tell me opposition disappoint you when the opposition do not make appointment in government? The opposition do not collect salaries. The opposition do not make decisions. They don't make appointments. Why will you be pissed off and disappointed with opposition who trying to put themselves together? Not because Joshua was the only dig in the era and everybody followed him because they were greedy and they decided to follow him. Who never wanted Joshua on the side? So the only people that are worried today is UP. UP is worried because right now, that boy is playing his card. He made it clear today on Spoon. His interest is what matters. Because all of them believe that when they run for public office, they get more money and more leverage. They're not running for office because of you. It is proven. They run for office because they are poor people. Not Alex Cummings, who already got enough for himself and his family. Alex Cummings got enough for himself. He don't want it from us. He don't want it. Alex Cummings' chance of failing as president is 0.0.0.1. He got contacts. He knows exactly how to deal. His budget in that place, triple our budget. To show that this man believe, this man checking up from the last election, he is the only politician standing today. Where is Mr. Boaka? He's still sleeping. When the last time Mr. Boaka traveled the entire country to tell people thank you? You think I dress right? Dress? You think they say, oh, because he was second at your time? The only way, unless we campaign. You can call us names. We are desperate. We are the underdogs. The men are down, fear no fall. As far as concerned, the game is on until the final whistle. We will not stop until the final whistle. If I decide to get into politics, it's to serve my people. Then, that's it. You stay in the back and serve the people. You make the difference. Don't pretend. You pretending like you, because they're using us. Most of them, they come into this non-for-profit thing. Look at Dr. Cassette. In less than 1 month, he opened a party. Mr. Cummings Foundation has no link with ANC. Mr. Cummings School has no link with ANC. It got nothing to do with ANC. But look at all the politicians. Their foundation, their party, using it just because they want power. Because when they get there, they're going to get the money back. Mr. Cummings don't want to get money back. The man say, and that the only man who said, I will prosecute you. Show me Boaka platform. Show me George Weah platform. Can George Weah explain it? He's the president, but we still got the right to compare notes. Can Joe Boaka tell us about his platform? You're not the one that's running for president. At least I'm explaining it for my candidate, and he explains it. He goes places. He tells you this is what we can do. He's a financial officer. His job is to take people out of poverty. Oh, y'all don't know that? Cheers again. That's his job. How to make money. How to come from this stage to the next stage. We're desperate because there's no education in Liberia, no good education. We need to go back to the drawing board. Look at his platform. He tells you about education. Teachers training, this and that. He broke it down. That is the foundation of anything. We got to go back. Our primary education going all the way. You can't train teachers. All the so-called politicians in Liberia, they contributed to the Teach Liberia. Mr. Cummings gave them what? $25,000 to help them train university students to teach. Mr. Cummings gave $25,000 to the Nima Community College. Which of our politicians in like, bro, who stole enough money, do it? Eh? He's not giving an individual. He said, I will help. The University of Liberia, go around and check. He moved home. He's not running away. He's staying in the country. All the politicians gone. You can't see them. 2022, they will come back like a bird. And then you vote for them. And then you look at somebody, an honest man, a man who willing to sacrifice himself, sacrifice everything that he's supposed to be enjoying today. You're still talking about 1990 war. You're still talking about somebody who played football. Long time ago, you just made him president. You still talking about a football. Eh? They say, oh, the president say, you ain't talk about I ain't on spoon. You ain't even talk about that military vehicle they brought. What is that? Is that everything they must talk about? What the government is all about? From the time the government took him to power, they campaigning until nothing going on. Corruption upon corruption, corruption upon corruption. They are so corrupt today. The president took another 20 minutes. Hello, my man, I just call you. That you don't want to say, I won't kill you. No, Mr. President, I'm surprised. No, my man, everywhere I go to post, you say, I won't kill you. My man, you free to come to the country. But Mr. President, okay, do what I want to do. Jack gave me invitation, so I will come to the July 26th program. Yeah. Mr. President, Jack gave me to that. You know, I'm not coming, man. I'm not Boaga. Jack gave me July 26th. Let me just come. Hey, Mr. President, you know, I'm not wait for you plenty now. Ain't now the one that he tell you now. Mr. President, but you know, we know we accomplished everything already. The CPP gone. That one of your business, Mr. President, but the CPP is gone. Mr. Boaga, forget it. Auntie Mr. Boaga will run, but we'll push Mr. Boaga to go against you. Once Mr. Boaga go against you, it's a wrap. So that my own mission. Yeah. Mr. President, just give me the thing. Okay, I will do it, my picking. I will do it. Yeah, my man. You know, you must say the first time we debated, you know, the first time in Banga, in we met. Yeah. But anyway, you say you went okay. Anyway, yeah, Mr. President, okay. Just give me the invitation. Hey, Prezo. Okay. All right. Thank you. Bam. Damn. I forget to tell the man about my equipment. Hey, man. Yeah. I was confused, my man. I didn't even know that man was going to call me, say. Wow. What? A gentleman, Mr. Cummings calling me. Then I said, oh, are you, Mr. Cummings? The first day Mr. Cummings called me, I told him I get tired. The job man, we have to call me. He must say he's be on the phone and 2 hours. Me, I don't brag about it. I don't brag. I know y'all go. I don't want to take a picture. Y'all call me the picture, man. Anything y'all say, we will beat y'all. This election is Alexander Cummings versus George Weah. They're shading his defense yet on y'all. They're shading his defense. You know, I love that, Brembo. We got more lawyers, but they can't go to court. They know the law. Nobody can stop the United Party. Nobody can stop the United Party from feeding anybody. NEC do not run the parties. NEC do not run political parties. According to the Constitution, every citizen got a right to associate and disassociate with Mr. Smart fools. Tell me. Look, I will be happy for Supreme Court to interpret that part. They didn't say, oh no, you got a right to go, oh, Pandora box open. All the organizations that sign contract will be walking out anytime, coming back anytime. You're out of your mind. You think Constitution as something that it just, you think the Supreme Court just sitting there to change it. That's the job. That's the job, to interpret. To interpret. Now they're going back. Oh, they say CPP. Yeah, Mr. Cummings finger the thing. Whether you like it, you don't like it, that document with NEC. As far as NEC concerned, that is the document for now. Go to the court. Go to court. You say you want CPP strong. And what you say? Eh? People who stole government money calling somebody say he fingered document. Oh! And if for true, Mr. Cummings finger the document, For it to be strong and nobody can go, man, I'm happy. Because Liberian, we can't abide by the rules. We never respect what we put on paper. That is the good thing. If Mr. Cummings actually did it, that means Mr. Cummings is smarter than every one of them. So that means they left a loophole to get out. Because they know they cannot defeat Mr. Cummings. Because Mr. Cummings knows he's intelligent. He said, for you to win election, I must go to the people. You must go to the people. Don't sit your butt in the house and say, that's my time. Then Barack was never going to be president. We're going to be Hillary Clinton time too. Tell that Mr. Cummings is too smart. He's a genius. Wow. And guess what? That the one they can talk on. The date next week, not even tomorrow, I will read for you all the texts. I got a copy. All the texts between Mr. Cummings and them, and what? That disgraced them. All the warnings you were giving them to sign on this date when they receive it. And oh man, they employed President Cummings. Oh, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Oh, job well done. Oh, that's great. On this date, and they did. Oh, text can lie. That the thing now, Mr. Solicitor General finger to, he finger A. That one, let me tell you something. I'm not a lawyer. I am not a lawyer. But according to a renowned lawyer, for what ANC did by complaining, and guess what? The judge granted. So they're doing an investigation. That investigation will not take in 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. It can even go a year. But guess what? If that investigation go all the way a year and whatsoever the election, it could even be going until after election. If it comes back and Sereno Cephas did it, he will never plead law in Liberia. And guess what? You see, Sereno Cephas came out with rebuttal. He put the B in there. That's truth. They agreed to it. That's it. But guess what? What he worrying about right now? If President Weah is not the president, you know the judicial system will be fair. So that his term coming closer. So he will pray to God for them to win. If they win, that whole investigation, they can push anything away. He will say, because you know they banned him before from pleading law. The man is corrupt. Sereno Cephas is a corrupt leader. He's corrupt and lawyer. The man is I don't know if he embarrassing President Weah. Embarrassing President Weah. They can go up. Listen, there's a lady that called me today from Liberia. But let me say this. You in America, you supporting Mr. Cummings, you in the diaspora, okay, diaspora is the same place, Europe and whatsoever. You supporting Mr. Cummings, don't let them fool you about their so-called numbers. There's no so-called numbers. It's not existing. I heard they say they left it in Tradefco Bank, and Tradefco Bank, they get Tradefco Bank. No, there's no Tradefco Bank in Liberia again. So all the numbers gone. That fake numbers they're talking about. The fastest growing political party in Liberia is ANC. And the last radio station when it comes to politics that they listen to in Liberia is Spoon. But let me tell you the fun. Everybody get to know now Spoon. They are not credible anymore. I'm sorry to say this. Whether we got ANC people on there, whether we got the UP, whether we got Liberty Party or whatsoever, I will tell you the plain blank in Liberia, they got no choice but to listen. And the people who really, really pay attention and try to take something from out of it, they are either the UP people or the CDC people. But other Liberians know that I'm telling you, upon this, I got people there will tell you. In fact, almost all the radio stations, some of the guys in there, they are being bought. They got cars, That government handle it. Now, even the OK FM, forget about the Radio Kigali, Freedom FM. Now they call him, they say Spoon, that means saying no, they say Spoon is almost to Freedom FM. But they are good people. But what I want to tell them in this public manner, I hope I gave them a message. Always do a disclaimer. Do a disclaimer on your show. For what people say that they kept Hassan, whatsoever. It can be anybody saying something different. Give a disclaimer that is not from Spoon. Because Kev Hassan still giving information about Mr. Cummings' fingering document. And you don't know Kev Hassan had a mind to even ask Mr. Cummings if you're gay. Oh, but I say I enjoy it. The way Mr. Cummings answered him. He said that is nonsense. I don't even go that route. And you know, because it was not on the, he said I don't go that route and I don't encourage it. The first thing. I don't even encourage it near me. Kev Hassan never said a word. Kev Hassan asked Mr. Cummings the question about gay. You know the man was intelligent. That's why he don't say. Only one time he said it on TV, on Sekou show. He said, I wish they can bring their women. For everybody say, wow, Mr. Cummings talk that way. But this time, Kev Hassan asked Mr. Cummings the question about gay. He said, I don't play that, my brother. And I don't even encourage it around me. You get a man who married for you. You think that nonsense. They say they get a man on the down low. Or gay will never hide his color. Y'all go ask Robert Bangura. Gay. Gay will never hide. And the so-called pastors who try to be politicians, that is why God will not even bless you. Because you are lying on somebody who been married for 40 years, got 2 kids, got 3 grandchildren. Gone to Liberia and no scandal. When Robert Salif went to Liberia, what he did, he organized a football team just to screw the children. He never hired a gay business. So, jealousy. Jealousy and envy. You people are so wicked. The so-called pastors. I will not even call your name, self. You all know yourself. Got in mind. Oh, Mr. And another one. Voider who's supporting Joseph Boakai but undercover because he's supposed to be the next justice minister under Joseph Boakai, talking about Mr. Cummings or gay. Mr. Cummings or gay. James Voider, please, don't let us put your backs outside. Please, I beg you. Because I know where you live right now. You're smart man will all from Looking Town. I know your whole family. Jerome Voider, be careful. Be careful, my brother. Don't go behind closed door and talk about Mr. Cummings that he gay. We can't make him president. So you wanted to be justice minister all those years. You supported Mr. Boakai, so you are actually undermining Mr. Salif. I see why you don't want Mr. Salif to contest. Look at the nonsense we talk. Mr. Cummings that gay. Mr. Cummings that criminal. Y'all can't stay in here. Will defeat y'all. And guess what? Character-wise, y'all will never match him because all your politicians are corrupt. Joseph Boakai is corrupt. Bernard Ure is corrupt. Yombly is corrupt. Daros Dillon is corrupt. Every one of y'all corrupt. Every one of y'all corrupt. Y'all got record. Vice president for 12 years. He can't even tell about his memoir. From LPRC day, LPMC, Agriculture Ministry, social spider story. When I was LPMC, we raised the highest amount of money in cocoa. Yeah, right. When I was agriculture, I took the equipment and gave it to the bandit people. They don't got vests. Tribalistic old man, according to his strong supporter. Now they put in UP vest. They probably put a new team together headed by Taylor Ure. Taylor Ure couldn't even win District 15. Cummings the one that care how to go help the campaign. Get all money and all. Yeah. Once Cummings money in your stomach, sweat in your stomach, you can't make it. You can't go against him. Mr. Cummings is not just a typical politician. The election over, he spent thousands, millions of dollars and moving. He stayed in the country. He stayed doing what he's supposed to do. And moving. Then your verse. Because you can't be here now. You say, oh, the man did so, the man that. President Weah, trust me, don't spoil your legacy, my brother. Whether you can be the dumbest and worst president, let it go right way. Don't deprive the rights of the people who they want to support. Madam Selim never did it to you. You can't do it to nobody. So Henry Custer got his pay, and they just put it in the same time where Henry Custer movie came out. So they put it in the same time, and they tried to change the story. Breaking news. How would I be breaking news? I would never speak to President Weah and come on and tell LeBron Post I spoke to President Weah. If I get the opportunity to speak to President Weah, I would tell you, say, can you go with me live? Let me ask you some questions. I want you to trust, talk to Liberian people. If I will speak to Mr. Weah behind closed door, hello, this and that, I will not tell nobody. I got pictures upon pictures upon pictures for George Weah. You're not joking? I got video for George Weah at the house in Florida. I the one did a documentary. He knows that very well. I got picture that we sitting down that day, we talking. Your team will post George Weah, send myself picture, say, oh, let me George Weah here. Ellis Cummings, who are supporting, I just recently I posted a picture with Ellis Cummings. In fact, that even I posted a picture because I put a group of pictures, then everything went on before I came to myself. I'm not yet to even show that I take picture of Mr. Cummings, apart from the video you see. Or when you go in that group of picture, then you will see in the picture too. But I'm not here for that thing to post myself to show what. If I talk to George Weah, as you can't tell at Brempo say I told George Weah, it make no sense. Because when I believe it, then not everything you're telling us. If the president can tell you, say, go tell the people, you ain't know George Weah will publicity stunt. You ain't know that, yeah? You ain't know. You ain't know. Even some point believe it. The only person that believe it are Timberlane. Because Timberlane said George Weah called him to talk about Custer calling him. So imagine who George Weah called. Now George Weah called Timberlane and said, oh, your boy called me. Oh. That beginning, I was soaking. But Timberlane said the truth. I know George Weah. George Weah told Timberlane and said, you're lean. I was soaked that one there. I call him because of the picture. I want to joke him, but just, it's not good. It's not right for people to pick somebody's picture. But guess what now? And you said the picture, not the main picture. And you said not the main picture. The man said in his own words, the president said, I just want to tell you that it's wrong for people to post people picture on the internet like that. And it's not right. And we got to respect people. So I listened to the entire course. I listened. I said, wait, let me hear him say. But him tell the president say, no, Mr. President, that's not my picture. They lying. He agreed. He followed the flow. So he agreed to George Weah that the picture that his picture. Your own they will fool you every day. Go listen to the tape again. If that's not my picture, and you tell me something, I say, no, Mr. President, that's not my picture. It's not me. But he agreed to the president. When the president was advising him and the president was against it, the president was in sympathy with him. Say, my man, it's so bad. The Shadow Raul said, don't put your mattress on your head. You can't take your mattress from here and carry it way over there. Next time you carry it, make sure you shut everything off in the house. The big people can call the light off when they're sleeping. When the BB people then, you ask their BB shadow who's to get girlfriend. When they go into the girlfriend house, they make sure they turn the breaker off and they enter. And when they enter, that girl will keep the cell phone one place. The rules: do not sleep to a woman's house. That's the rules of the game. You're not living there. You marry her. You don't know her. Samson and Delilah. When Delilah got ready for Samson, what happened? Delilah went there and Samson confessed. People who do that, that's what they tell you in the military. In the military in America. If you marry and you cheat on your wife, they fire you. Because the people believe that you are national security risks. because you will give information out to women because you love women too much. You understand? So guys, Henry Costa got his pay. Henry Costa pay is to go to Liberia. Bernard Ure initiated that thing long time. And guess what? Reliable source. Henry Costa recorded the Omen. The Omen, everything the Omen explained to Henry Costa, he recorded it. So when y'all try it, they won't push Henry Costa aside now. So Henry Costa got two options. He got George Weah, and guess what? I just feel sorry for sedition who bouncing up. The only person that happened like Keith Asa. Mr. President, if you listen to me, take the phone and call your people Sheriff, Class D. What the boy needs Gilman. Even Dapo. Take the phone and call them. But let me tell you, Mr. President, it's not no news you make today. You make no news today by calling that boy. You make no news, Mr. President. You make no news. It's the worst news that you make. You make sedition feel that they are nothing. And he will play it. I'm humbled by the president. The president don't have to call me. Nathan Magay begged President we had to call him. On his show, he refused to call Magay name. But when he went on Spoon, you know, but you ain't know, listen, let me tell you something. You see people that lie, let me tell you today. Just continue to give them hard time. When you continue to palm them in, he will start speaking out of anger. That's what he was doing today. He went back to the same lies concerning the framework document. And when Mo Ali got stuck, he wanted to listen to his friend until Mo Ali said lie. Ure said, I gave Cummings 5 copies. Mo Ali said, I went around and carried a signing sheet. But today, Mo Ali said, I went around with 5 copies, all color. Tell me the boy get loud. What? When you know all the thing, why are you wasting time? Mo Ali, you know all the thing, why are you wasting time? Why you say these things long time? To show how he lied, he said, when we were doing the investigation, we discovered the copy that NEC gave them is a photocopy. Stupid people. NEC don't have to give you color copy. NEC photocopy the damn thing and give you copy. All you need to see is what written in there, not to know if that's a color or not, to compare with your record. And my people, if you sign, listen now, cause no argument. How you assign the thing you got May 19 and you register in July. But all of them things we stupid. Yombly and whosoever backdated the whole thing when they did the whole work and they signed. Let Delon come out. Delon knows. Delon argue about the day too. Let Delon be brave and come out when he asks Mo Ali the question. Who authored this document, Mr. Cummings or the lawyer? Mo Ali said the lawyers. 2 times. Why you think they recorded Mo Ali making fuss with the people that they want to go lay a complaint? Every one of them lies. And watch it. For Costa and Mr. Ure, when they lie, they can stutter. That time they can stutter good. Let Mo Ali go on old now. Why Mo Ali said they must bring him? You know, I don't let the guy want to wasting time. You know all this thing. Why you can't just call Serena Cephas so you can go testify? Why you can't go testify? Maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I will read a text. The WhatsApp messages between them. I got it. They send it to me. Me, I told you, I said, I can ask my own, I can call and say, listen, what's going on? They will give to me. Guys didn't lie. We said that thing here over and over. I've been saying it. That's what the document said. Nobody can leave until after 2023. And after the election, if all of them were staying in collaboration, the next thing is a possibility to merge. Do you know why they put that clause in there to leave, not to leave? Because they thought that Mr. Cummings had no chance. If he lose, he will leave the CPP. URE delegates, URE members on the committee were the one who recommended it. They're the one who recommended it. Today, it went against them. They hold a dig, it jump over it. Tell me now. What Liberian people, please, look at all your candidates. Look at all your candidates. President Weah is the sitting candidate, is the sitting president. He's going for re-election. So he's already qualified. Now people tell me, for God's sake, we voted for change. We got some of the change. The change put us backward. They say we should change for hope. I thought they say, you sort of hope for change. But they say you want change first. When you change, then you hope. What? Damn. The damn CDC is backward. Yeah. Instead of yes, we can. Change first. Change your ways. Then before you hope for something. Let's hope for change. So that change ain't working. That change has made some people rich. Few hand of people rich. And they play games with Liberia. The president bring one motorbike, they put a knee on it. The president bring one little text, they put a knee on it. They having Miss Liberia, they put a president picture. They having Kante meet, they put a president picture. Everything they're doing, they put a president picture. In a bathroom, in the executive mansion, they put a president picture. From the executive mansion, get the mean place, they put a president, big poster. Everything the president. Everything is the president. Even a frog in the country, president. Damn. Jowia lawyer name, you love that name. Jowia. That's why they can misspell a man name and all. I'm telling you. What kind of country we got? The only person, Liberia, the common man, the commoners, the one who's also climb up. The only leader for them that comes here, if you don't do it at your business, there is nothing new you can get from out of Joseph Boakai. Look at the people that run there. Stephen Johnson. I met Stephen Johnson the other day. How Mr. Cummings is a good man, this and that, but he believes he's a UP man. That's why he behind UP. But his second choice is Mr. Cummings, according to him. According to him, if I lie, so I'm not lying on Stephen Johnson. He can't tell me we never had an argument. The first thing Stephen Johnson lied said, I work with Commerce Ministry. He said, I work for corrupt government, Charles Taylor. I told him, I said, no, Inspector General position was not it's not an appointed position. He said, no, not an appointed position. Thank God there's a judge, I will not call his name, his relative. And the man said, no, Inspector General, Passport Director, these are all and civil servant position that Charles Taylor, and when I left from Labor Ministry, Charles Taylor appointed somebody. Yeah. But it's a civil servant position. But you see, he don't know me about Stephen Johnson. Look in my face and look. Yes, you are in a corrupt government. You were the Inspector General from Commerce. I said, wow. I said, my brother, you got it wrong. Zama Poto was there, than I mean. But he's Stephen Johnson, smart man, from the BB school. But I just showed him less small sense. And he gave all kinds of information about Mr. Boakai was the first director that LPNC were able to raise $54 million. I said, what year? He couldn't tell me that he don't know that even LPMC was a joint venture. The first director for LPMC at that time during Toba time was a German man. Minor was the director on the Liberia side. He the one implored Mr. Boakai and sent him to Lova. And Boakai became the first director proper, managing director proper for LPMC when Doe took over. You know why? Kekurak Poto. Who was Kekurak Poto? Kekurak Poto never went against no government in his life. He always with the winning party. Yes. He went to Sierra Leone and all. He campaigned for Shaka Stevie. During Doe time, Kekurak Poto was the man. Then they get Harry Monimba before and Joe Boakai. It was Harry Monimba. There were 2 Lofians named on the list for Doe. And the people of Nim and Lofa, I'm telling you now, you better go research for yourself. The people of Lofa said no, they prefer Harry Monimba. Harry Monimba was an ambassador at the time. That's how he came. And I had to do that thing. You know, Lofian, they are respectful people. They're very respectful. All the way we had Congo government, the chief of staff of the army from Lofa County, because they do not overthrow. No matter what, they can't overthrow. And you saw them say they're going to bring the devil also for Brani Samuka. If Brani Samuka ain't take a seat, there will be nothing. The devil can come out. Same Christmas, the devil went on vacation. The devil ain't come back. The devil never came back again. Yeah. You know why Joe Boakai refused to stand by Brani Samuka? Because you told him, my man, leave Brani Samuka team because Brani Samuka getting too powerful in Lofa County. You're too powerful in Lofa County, so leave it. So leave it. Then Kev Hassan talking about Mr. Cummings and Mr. Boakai going to Abuja. Abuja is small like Yamoussoukro. Yamoussoukro or the Gambia Accord. That real Yamoussoukro. You boy there, look, y'all got too much for I beg you, man. Y'all man, I let it go fool you. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. This time you must look at the candidates. Look at Joe Boakai. Look at Mr. Cummings. Look at Mr. Kiase. Look at every one of them. Let them give you the platform. Look at the track record. You got one man who is so clean, never stole penny from government. Don't mind Joseph Boakai getting only one house. And not true, he got one house. The guys don't put out one car, but they get plenty of money. I'm telling you. If Mentor Steve can give the representative and senator 1 pickups, imagine what they gave the vice president and the president. Oh, you don't get that one, you. Mentor Steve gave the senator 1 pickup each. They gave the representative 1 pickup each. Imagine what they gave the vice president and the senator and the president. The vice president, part of the executive, and he's the president of the Senate. Every concession, every agreement that came from the executive to the Senate or the House, the vice president aware. He aware of every contract, all the bad concessions. But he can't take responsibility for one. He play blame game. He blame everybody. This vice president blame everybody until he blame everybody for CPP failure. This vice president abandoned CPP, disgraced CPP. He wrote his own resignation letter and don't know who he gave it to. So my question here, who did Joe Boakai give the letter to for UP? Oh, where though? Mo Ali. They say he dropped it on the floor. And Mr. Cummings saw it and picked it up. Who Joseph Boakai turned over to? Because there are 4 parties. One left. ALP gave him copy. So who Joe Boakai gave his copy to? He just walked out of the house. Is that the man who gave Liberia to? They're the president. We are go there, man. If that the man we should give George Weah to. And let me tell you, I don't want to hear from nobody talking about, oh, you know, one person can defeat George Weah. As far as I'm concerned, everybody have 1-1-1-1-1-1. When the time reach, we'll know. Any plan there? The first thing, George Weah had 3 parties, they stay in win. They got to go for the second round. For us, with the pool plan too, we agree. Don't worry about us. That you and George, we are running. George, we are and UP running. You know they've been running and ANC coming. ANC coming. ANC coming. Now, UP like this, instead of them continue to run, instead of them continue, they're looking behind, they're looking at ANC. So instead of them running, they're turning around and stoning ANC while ANC stay dodging and coming with it. You know, what get you people funny so? We on the track, we running. Instead of them continuing to go, they chunking rock on us. And guess what? Every time they throw the rock, whoop, we just running, taking water, we're coming closer to them. That the one that's scaring them too bad. The woman won't leave, but he can't leave. The woman don't know how to tell and say, God, I can't make it. The mind is willing, but the body is weak. The woman this time, they got to face it, they got to put a trust on him. You know, everybody will get old. Everybody will get old. Everybody will get old. The woman actually older than Ellen Johnson self. But they got them wicked. You know, Kev Azan say Mr. Cummings won't go with the woman now because the woman was soon down. Yombly and Dylan then who plan to go as VP. But guess what? The other UP guy then say they don't want to see Mr. Ure around Bwaka. Because it will be Bwaka Ure ticket. Oh boy, tell me, Ure Bwaka ticket. Then Cummings belated ticket. You know, I think I prefer Cummings than Ure. I prefer Cummings. I prefer belated than Ure. Any day. Any day. Tier 1 Gonglo said, Ure is a damn killer. You know what I'm saying? So, Ure got all his money from government. We all know. Belete, a businessman who was selling gas. You know, Maningo people very smart. So he lay gas, make a little money. Then now Ure who took money, and Ure still got some money in Maritime. That what Ure fighting for. There's certain account that in Maritime, even Ellen Johnson, they're saying no. Yeah. There were a lot of chopping that was in that Maritime. You really want to change the system in Maritime. There's no joke about it. You know what I'm saying? Why you take West Levy? Why you think? Then you're talking about Mr. Cummings that are gay. Mr. Ure who's sleeping with people, children like hell in that country. He ain't got no limit. The same, you know, that same mentality where they just do anything to anybody. My people, let me tell you today. Morality. Our leaders have more moral. No respect. Liberians, it is your call. It is your call. You going through it, you feeding it. Your destiny is in your hands. You got the power to change it. From your representative to senators to president. It is your power. Do not fall in love with no politician. If Mr. Cummings is not your man, vote. If you don't like Mr. Cummings, don't curse him. Just run campaign for your own man. If your man is not right, campaign. The other opponent say they want something. Like the other big boy, he say he not doing it for you. He got his own interest. We all know Mr. Cummings got interest to be president. You know what he won't be president for? Let me tell you something. If Liberia was good and we got a very good leader, Mr. Cummings will not worry about president business. And guess what? Mr. Cummings will still chill with the big boys. If Mr. Cummings is not president and he's in Liberia, any government will want for Mr. Cummings to be with them. Mr. Cummings is not looking for job. Most of the guys looking for job, that's why they're begging for vice president. They're looking for job. They believe that they got more money. Why you think Henry Costa he want to be elected so he will enjoy it, 15,000 and leverage because nobody will fire you. But we're waiting for that day. We're waiting for that day. And let me tell you, in the next 12, 20 years, we might not be around. Or maybe some of us will still be in a wheelchair. Or maybe God will help us. Liberians will start to vote on character. Y'all watch it. The new children are coming up. You know it's fast, eh? You know the young children, they are very calm, they fast. Their mind now is different. Their future. Their future. They see no future in George Weah government. Don't mind all these things that go on. Oh, and the president just put dialysis mission. Then the president said, but you ain't talk about the other Vigo we just brought this field. Man. They just feel like Brent ain't get sense. Because they see people bad up, so George Weah will win. Liberian people, when the last time opposition collected taxes from you? When was the last time opposition made one appointment in government? When was the last time opposition traveled to go represent government? When was the last time opposition took pay? Then you veil with opposition. Instead of you pray to God and get on another car to go move the man, you worry about opposition. That they trick. That they trick in the game. Don't fall for it. They can go on spoon and say any kinds of thing. Just answer them. Don't even agree. Don't even agree. They will not sugarcoat nothing. I'm not here to convince certain people. It's clear. The Constitution never tells you, say you should get 100% or 80%. Or they say 50 plus 1. That means some people will not vote for you, so we don't care. There are people with Joe Boakai will never vote for Mr. Cummings. Even they can go, and there are people in ANC that would never vote for Mr. Boakai. So let us start fooling ourselves around here. Let us not sugarcoating. If you don't put your act together, why might you don't put your act? Your think Mr. Cummings will bend down and beg somebody as if his life depends on president? You people are lying, man. It's nonsense. Your think Mr. Cummings will say, okay, you know what? Let me just go as VP. Your think Mr. Cummings' ready life is depending on a VP or president? Eh? It will be the first time in our history that we'll get a leader that will not be afraid to fire you and prosecute you. It will not be afraid to do it. It will not be afraid to do it. He will not be afraid. You think Mr. Cummings ready, need it. Only those who want money. Only those who want to steal. Mr. Cummings should go. Oh, Mr. Boakai will go as VP for what? I will resign. I will resign. Mr. Boakai go as VP, and Mr. Cummings go as VP to Mr. Boakai. I will support George Weah. Me, Kishen. If Mr. Cummings, in my living God, I'm saying it publicly today, Mr. Cummings go with Mr. Boakai as his VP, I will support George Manneh Weah. I can tell anybody that for free. It will never happen. It will never happen. It will never happen. I know the man I'm talking about. I know the man. I know. Oh, Muni, don't say it. They're lying to you. No meeting, man. No meeting. The only hope for UP to survive is to go get a butt back and join and just sit their damn mouth because they didn't do nothing in Liberia. They put us into mess. They put us into mess. Even the vice president, Honor Ellen Johnson, cannot even defend. There's some other good things that Ellen did. You think everything was bad under the UP government? No. But Joseph Boakai refused to take responsibility. Joseph Boakai refused to take responsibility of the CPP. He sat down there and allowed Henry Costa to fool him. Only corrupt politician afraid of Henry Costa. The good ones, no. Not the good ones. Not people like us. If Mr. Cummings lose election, I will sleep sound. Not people like us. Not people like us. We're not afraid. He's a politician and he will be treated like one. He will be treated as a politician. I will not criticize him when he advocating, but you into politics, forget it. Forget it. Because he's a liar and there's no way he can be trusted. He cannot be trusted. And Joshua just used him today. Joshua used him today. And if any of the Henry Costa person on my page, I tell him, and if you insult me, know that every insult is going right back to you. But I want you to tell him, nobody is stupid. Henry Costa went and gave his own post to them. I just taken it from his own mouth. He started it. He said, oh, I spoke with the president today. He said, I spoke with one guy, but I will not call the guy name or friend. You think Maggie don't know that you and Joshua don't talk? After he kept the name from you, he came on Spoon and admitted. Maggie called me today. Then Maggie said, he finished forgetting you. He carried about it. He carried away nobody talking. I can feel sorry for him. Wow. The video, the recording about the June 6th, the January 6th protest, that Maggie and Costa were on the phone. That Maggie, he was talking to him, he said, do not get Fagon involved. And what happened? Maggie released it because Maggie told us, I got recording the man. And just what we did with June 7th, you know, they notice it, after you get the money to us, none of them notices it. The thing was fine because they would just say, yeah, but the government got the right to talk to the citizen. But the one he tell you, when he was telling George, we are begging for his invitation, and he tell you that one say, when George, we asked him, man, you know I can't send you invitation, you can come. He said, don't do it, man. You know, if you don't send the invitation now, then everybody will start thinking that kind of way. You know, all the things I sort of do. You see the CPP today, I broke the CPP down. And trust me, Mr. Bwaka will go against you. Once Mr. Bwaka go against you, I know you'll defeat Mr. Bwaka. Oh, UP, you ain't yelling one you. Hey, Jesus, and I run my mouth again. Tell me, I know you people scared. And I run my mouth again and I won again. Hey, Jesus. You ain't know the boy can criticize Joe again. He told Josh, he told Maggie, he said, man, sometime I will talk about the man. He said, sometimes I got to say something that because, or else the people will notice something. Then he said, when I finished talking to them, I called my political leader. I said, oh, guess what? I thought the judge we had today, and Mr. Bwaka, I thought the judge we had, I said he would lift the suspension on. And I thought the judge we had, he called Taylor Ure, he called Mr. Bwaka, he called Bernard Ure, he called Stephen Johnson, he called, what the guy needs he called TMNO Momo, he called, I think he even called Cummings, I think he called Cummings. But he forgot, he called Cummings. Yeah. And when he called Cummings said, but what I got to do it? You're not working for me. Cummings said, that's a good thing. I think I should have worked Cummings to him. Cummings said, well, that's good for you, my brother. And now he said he only waiting for the invitation. Then he said, tell me, I forget to tell the man about my equipment because I've been suffering. Yeah, because that equipment there, I can give it to DJ Blue, and you know that too much money. And I'm begging him to get a frequency. Hey, Pedro, the boy always said, y'all please get a man hand clap. Y'all get a man hand clap, man. Please, man. Y'all show the man some love. Y'all show him what slap with a smile. Look, I'm telling you, y'all go and listen to that tape. That was it. I said, but is this the breaking news? Just because Spoon spent 4 hours, 35 minutes, Henry Costa went 20 minutes with George Weah. George Weah told him, according to him now, they want, you know, not everything can also. He said, in fact, Henry, I want you to publish the phone record to know if that's 20 minutes. He said, my man, that you say I black you. Look at the conversation of George Weah will call you George Mannen Weah. I know me. Hello. So George Weah called That is trick now. Joey, I call. By the time he won't pick up the phone, Joey, I put the phone down. Then he called Joey, I pick up the phone. He said, yeah, man, what's up, man? He said, oh, Mr. President, how are you? He said, yeah. Why? Like, you don't want to say I block you? Oh, yeah. You know, ever say you block me? He said, no, my phone. You know, my phone was busy. You know, Joe, no, let me tell you something. Joey, I get over 32 numbers. Yeah. So he said, but Henry, you know, the only thing that made me very, you start telling people, say, I wanted to kill you. Kill you for what? Why I won't kill you for? Because everywhere I go visit. I went to my girlfriend house. I went to my friend place. I traveled out of the country. People say, why you won't kill Costa for? You know that thing how you hurt my feeling. Why I will kill you for? You free to come to the country. You free to come. Oh, for true, Mr. President? He said, yeah, you free to come. Okay. But you know, I was thinking about coming July. You won't give me, you must send me the invitation now. Send me the invitation at least. He said, man, you just come. And man, he said, man, you know that if you send an invitation and the people be thinking that, you know, at least just invite my ordinary citizen to the inauguration now. He said, okay. I will tell the Justice Minister. Wait. Henry said he want invitation to go Liberia. But Henry told us that the president said, I will tell the Justice Minister to do what? To do what, my people? That the Justice Minister can give invitation to now? If the president gave invitation to you to come to Liberia, they will arrest you. So why the president say, okay, I will talk to the hard job. We are finished spacing here now. I just call him to joke him too about the picture. That's all. Joey actually called Henry Costa to joke him. But let's see. So I say, wow, listen. My man, hey, money. When people talking, you can just listen. When you listen to them, you can just pick up something. Then he said, even the president talk about the picture. The president say, but it's not fair. And, you know, putting people pictures on the internet. Let talk show and talk show. And, you know, they're not supposed to do it. And they're not supposed to put your picture out there. And it's not nice. And, you know, the only thing that really can help me, you guys, I don't want for people to get my wife and my children involved. He said, but Mr. President, I never did. He said, no. I'm not talking about you. He said, Mr. President, you know, I stood up for you, When Ava said nasty things about your wife, I stood up for you. He said, yeah, that's good. That's good. I saw it. He said, but you know, the man can say thank you. And you show your turn to tell me thank you. And he said, he talking a real sedition. Henry Costa never denied the picture to the president. There is no way, if you know they're not true, I would tell you, say, no, Mr. President, thank you very much, but to be frank with you, that's not my picture. That's not me. But he never said nothing. He silent being concerned, and he allowed it. I know some of y'all get it. When Mayor Vam, I'll go look for my picture. When Mayor Vest, y'all go look for my picture too. When Mayor Vest, y'all go look for my picture. Y'all ask my old girlfriend there. That time when I'm married, y'all ask him on the meeting to get some picture. You ain't here but me here. When I was single. In fact, there was no cell phone, sir. There was no cell phone. The only person who know who got my naked picture is my wife. So when she put it there, I was pissed. You know, you know who I watch? Robert Bangura say, I feel sorry for Costa. Why they got to do this thing here? Why? It's not fair. But you know what? What goes around comes around. When Henry Costa was lying on me, saying that I slept with Josh Weir, he took that picture to Prophet Keys. You know, what you do to your friend, they will come and do to you. They say, Henry is married. He's a married man. You know, to be frank with you, it is his business. He need to take care of his wife. He got to settle that problem. He owe his wife an apology. So he will settle that part of it. So let me tell you, Liberian people, never put your line on the... If anybody put my picture out there, please allow me to defend myself. You want to encourage me, fine, but I don't encourage you to even go out and defend me or to start cursing somebody. I will deal with it with my wife and myself. If it will damage my life, fine, I will be the same person to fix it. But sometimes the way we take case, we got more lawyers. We are so loyal to people. We change the profile. We make it, oh yes, I stand with you. To me, I will not do it. I will not. It can be my brother. It can be my whosoever. You want to get into politics? Just be careful. I went to a party. The girl was taking the picture. She told me, I said, listen, man. I said, maybe y'all will take my picture dancing. Oh. And I would defend myself. I would dance. I boogie down. I would dance with any woman who want to dance with me. My hand like this. That's how I dance. I put my hands up. I can't hold you with one hand. I put you on. If you rub your butt on me, I will dance. I will dance. They're not in pop. They're not in. I'm dancing. If you shake, I will dance. I'm not holding you. If you show your butt on me, I will still be standing you. In fact, when you see me dancing, say you're no straight. I don't really figure about dancing. Yeah. So Pedro got a pay for convincing Mr. Boaka to leave. The CP still standing. The CP still get full logo. Listen, you know when you sign a lease and the lease is not over and you want to leave, you know you're supposed to pay. Eh? That's what's going on today. So, in fact, they even pay their dues. But we say, no problem. We manage it for them. So, let them go. They're fighting now how to put. But my thing is that why Boaka will take different person to make them chairman? They say some of the see people veil. They say Mr. Boaka shouldn't take coming Costa. Imagine the vice president, my man. Henry Costa alone get plenty picture on the internet. Henry Costa got another picture here and one they get on the internet. Then that one again will say that dog picture because Henry Costa said admitted to the picture. He admitted to the picture on Jide Hat. The one he was kissing the girl, he admitted, he said that girl baby and all now. But he got a picture on the internet with the same girl butt naked. Then today he got his own naked. They both let naked in their business. Then he taking picture of them naked again. He taking picture in the pool like this. You know what I'm saying? I get 6-pack. Henry Costa got a picture on the internet with somebody, baby. Then he put another picture there again. Then the man will be parading with Mr. Boaka. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, Cummings are different guy. When I Cummings, long time, Cummings tell you to go. If that were Cummings, long time Henry Pedro will be far off. He will tell you, say, thank you for your time. My man, you gotta be disciplined. We gotta be disciplined. Your body should be respectful. Your body. You don't go places and just be putting mattresses down and whatsoever. I know some of you will get very, will not speak to me again. I know some of them who friend will call so they will not speak to me, but that's okay. It's a public thing. It's public. It's not private. It's all on the internet, all over the place. We're only talking about it because of the individual who's involved. They're not no ordinary person. They're not ordinary person. If that thing was going to happen to somebody from ANC, hey, Henry Costa will fly with that team, my man. Yeah. And they said that Moluba Molu, the way he damaged Moluba Molu life already, damn it. You know Moluba Molu came here, he cried. He got cried. He said, I beg Costa, I beg Costa, I beg Costa. I said, Costa, I will never say anything about the politician, the opposition anymore. He said, my man, I will not move Joshua. I beg you, my brother, I beg you. Today, Moluba Molu can go in Jowia's office. He only come to a program that said, no minister trust can respect Moluba Molu again, said. Yeah. But what I heard, they say it's a video. They say it's a video. Ha. They're waiting for the appropriate time or they say that video. And in fact, there's another video again in Minnesota. Tanami say, You know now, some people can bring lies. Some people say, oh, they bring it at 8. They didn't bring it at 8. But all we know, you shouldn't fall for them, yeah. They tired. They ain't get no more news. They don't have no news to give. They still going back to the CPP document that we've been passed by. We in quote Mo Ali. I met your sister. Oh, today? No, tomorrow. Tomorrow is Mo Ali's sister's birthday. In fact, let me can send Sweetie. Let me can send birthday greetings to Sweetie. Say, you got beautiful sister. I'm my girlfriend. I can send her birthday greetings. Happy birthday, Sweetie. Sweetie Ali. Let me see. Mo Ali's sister, she got a restaurant. She cooks. She got nice restaurant. You know, I was laughing. At her. I said, "Wow, where the two mulatto children." In fact, let me. See that Mo Ali's sister there. And I'm my girlfriend. Oh. You know, I don't deal with mulatto. Yeah, oh, yeah. I can send her birthday greetings. Mo Ali, don't forget to send your sister birthday greetings. She got a restaurant in Philadelphia there. You please join me and extend greetings to. Okay, you please wish her a happy birthday. Yeah? You will see on my page. So, guys, let me play the only man we know, Alexander Cummings, the man with the wisdom, the man with vision. The Bible says if a leader don't have vision, the nation perish. If a leader have vision and no good people to carry on our vision, that's a trouble. So you see, you got the vision and you must look for the best. See this guy, Alexander Cummings. You see him? A Liberian, born and raised in Liberia from Point 4, Fiamma, Point 4, went to demonstration just like you. Just like you. You got nothing to lose by making him president. He's an honest man. What else you need to know? He's telling you what we can do together. He going in your community. He going to other people. Don't listen to the news. The people come here and lie. They get on, they call over and over. Oh, yes. ANC people all in the community going from place to place. I speak to people. That's when I tell you I speak with confidence. That's a lie. And listen, I will be on the Jala, on the Cummings Hour on Friday. I try to be on a Friday now, every Friday. So we're getting there small, small. I will be going live at the same time. And Jala will be in there by 6 o'clock in Liberia. 6 o'clock in Liberia will be from 2 o'clock here. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. It will be 2 o'clock in America. So I will be in Liberia. What the station name self? I think they in Ghannasville. So they called me today and he asked me, we come on 3 days a week, but I will choose Friday to come on. So you see, we're getting there small, small, my people. Little by little, soft, soft. Don't hit the player, hit the game. Damn, I want to finish you. So, my people, I want you to open your own eyes here. Don't let nobody fool you. All that thing you hear on Spoon today, that old story. You know, I can enjoy them when they're arguing. And this, that, let them go ahead. We the babble. What you worry about us for? We ain't going nowhere. We wait to the ground. The men are down, fear no fall. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Let me live my life. Leave Mr. Cummings alone. He the one going around when they bring point vote for him. Now your business. You can't change him. You can't do nothing. You can't do nothing. He's a leader. He got patience. Under the Cummings administration, trust me, you will cause from now to judgment day. Nobody will go after you. That a man who people can curse and say, okay, give me a chance. Let me talk to you now. Yeah. Mr. Cummings, I hope you must have something to talk before you leave from here, please. Let me see if I receive message from him, sir. I got to, me, I don't rush to talk to my political leader because you know what? He always busy. When the time comes, we talk. And, oh, wait on. See, yeah? All the texts, tomorrow we'll read them from 1 on June 22nd, 2020 at 2:01 p.m. The CPP National Advisory Committee chat room was created by Alexander Cummings. I see the thing, it there. Yeah. Plenty. That they want all the things there going from place to place. And the one that he took from there. Let me just jump to another one. The 28, they say on the same day at 2:08, 23 p.m., Steve Zago responded, noted, and thank you so much. He thanked Mr. Cummings. On the same day again, at 2:17, Theodore Momo wrote, the national chairperson shall be signing the FA as well. That's what he put in the chat room. On the same day, at 2:20, 50 seconds p.m., Cummings replied, yes, I believe they should. We will try to coordinate all the signature so we can file tomorrow. Oh, I say again. They say on the same day at 3:58, 22nd p.m., Musa Belete wrote, thank you very much, Mr. Cummings, Mr. Chairman. On the same date, 4 p.m. 22. Yombly Kanga Lawrence wrote, thanks, and added a praying hand. On the same day, 5:23:12 p.m. 5:23, that means the 23rd of May. Hensin Kiazulu. Hensi Kiazulu wrote, thanks, Mr. Cummings. On that same day, 7:14, 1:33 p.m. Joseph Papa Cole wrote, thanks, Mr. Cummings. Thanks, Mr. Chairman. On July 8, 2020, at 2:45 p.m., Larry Yonker wrote, kudos to you, Mr. Cummings, Mr. Chairman. On July 9, 2020, at 1:27 p.m., Cummings posted final CPP framework document in PDF, posted it in the chat room. Yeah. On the same day, at 2:02, Theodore Momo responded, thanks. On July 13, 2020, at 4:53 p.m. Hello? Yeah. No, I don't know. No, relax. I don't know. Okay, guys. We work as a team. And, as I said, I got some smart people that look at me and watch me sometimes. But it's plenty. It's a lot. So you guys don't worry about what they say on Spoon and what they say on their own. The only thing is that I brought that individual name out because it's payday time. He told the president that he accomplished the mission. Maggie begged the president to give him a call. So, which is not bad. But the only people that worry about it now is UP. Not us, UP. So, let me go through the comments. And I'm done already. And let me play my 5 watts and how. Hear it for yourself. And at the same time, I'll be putting the comments there, yeah? Okay.
Stab Mr. Cummings, stab Alexander Cummings, stab Keep on the explode. The leaders I love, the leaders I love, the ones I trust so much, they made a fool out of me. I've been praying to God every day, please give me a leader.
The oldest republic in Africa. And yet, we're one of the least developed countries on the continent, and indeed one of the least developed countries in the world. And I say to you, my fellow Liberians, we deserve a better Liberia. We need to ask ourselves some fundamental questions. Why are we where we are? Most Liberian homes don't have electricity. Most Liberian homes don't have running water. Most Liberians are unemployed. These are things we can change. These are things we should demand of ourselves and of our leaders. We, as Liberians, cannot keep doing the same things and expect different results. We cannot keep electing and selecting the same kinds of leaders with the same kinds of experiences and expect Liberia to change. We have to do many things differently, and that starts with selecting and electing new leaders who know how to create jobs, who know how to grow the economy, who will prioritize the Liberian people first before they prioritize themselves. And this is what I offer you, the Liberian people. The other universal truth that I want to share with you, my fellow Liberians, is the best predictor of future performance and future behavior is past performance and past behavior. And again, I ask you to look at my record of job creation, of success, of managing large budgets without one penny going missing. All of these things you can look at and compare to the other candidates. And again, you will see that my past performance and past behavior is a good predictor, a good indicator that what I commit to, we will deliver. There are 5 priorities we have, and we call that the what's. And then there are 5 things we call the how we'll do it. And those priorities are as follows. Our first priority is infrastructure. Simply put, it's electricity, it's roads, it's water, and it's internet and cell phone connectivity across Liberia. We have to invest in infrastructure. That is the top priority. That's the basis on which we can and will do everything else. The second priority for us is job creation. There are too many unemployed, underemployed, and unemployable Liberians. The unemployment rate is over 85%. And therefore, job creation is our next priority, creating jobs for the Liberian people. Our next priority is agriculture. We are a country that do not fear ourselves. These are things we can do for ourselves. We should be producing rice to feed ourselves. And my commitment is that by the end of my first term in office, we will be self-sufficient in rice production. And within education, we are focused on vocational training, teachers training, and adult education. But we have to educate our young people because, again, that's how we can help them create jobs. That's how we can train farmers. And so these things are all linked together. And our final priority in terms of the what's is health. Because you can have good infrastructure, you can have a good job, you can feed yourself, you can have great education, but if you don't have your health, it doesn't matter. And so health is our 5th priority, and there we're focused on primary health care and preventive health care. So those are the what's we'll do for our people, for the Liberian people. How are we going to do these things? The first how is we want to engage Liberians differently in the transformation of our country. We call this hearts and minds. How do we get all Liberians to participate in the changes that are required? We're going to use arts and music and culture and reconciliation and religion. All of these things, we will be deliberate in using these things to engage us as a people in this transformation process. And so we're doing some work on how we can make those things happen. The next how is that we're going to find the money. We have to find the resources, the money, to do all of the what's I mentioned earlier. And the way we'll find the money is first, we'll go after waste in government. You know, we spend a lot of money on things that we don't need, or we pay too much for things that we do need. So for example, I believe the vehicles we buy for our government officials, we spend too much money on that. We should reduce the number of vehicles, and we should buy less expensive vehicles for our government officials. We need to reduce how much they make so we can pay teachers and civil servants and police officers and the military officers and healthcare workers, people who actually do the work. We need to pay them more money and reduce the gap between those at the top and those who actually do the work. The other way we'll find the money is going after this thing called corruption. You know, corruption has been the bane of our country, is the primary reason why we are as underdeveloped as we are today. And we will aggressively go after corruption. The first thing we'll do is we will appoint a corruption czar, a minister in charge of corruption in the presidency that will coordinate all of the agencies that are meant to find corrupt officials. Secondly thing we'll do is we'll make sure we are giving the resources, the money, the right people, the right logistics to the anti-corruption agencies, the LACC, Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, the General Accounting Office, the Public Procurement and Concessions Commission. We will make sure they got the right resources to go after corrupt officials. After that, when we find people who are corrupt, we will prosecute them, we will put them in jail, and we'll seize their assets. It will not be good enough for you just to resign. Okay? So those are the things we will do to really go after corruption. I have committed that I will not take a salary. The salary that is paid the president, I will allocate it towards helping to fight corruption. That's how important I think it is to us. And then the other way we'll find the money is we'll make sure we're getting full value, the full monies we're due from our natural resources. We'll look to exploit other natural resources so we can get the funds required to fund healthcare, to fund infrastructure, to create jobs, etc., etc. So finding the money is the second how. The next how is we want to create a government of inclusion. We want all sections of our country to be represented in the government. We want opposition political parties to be in government, because we believe that having a government inclusion will help all of us make the right decisions. It will make sure that we're spreading the resources of our country across the entire country. And then the last two hows, one is growing the private sector. We will focus on growing the private sector so Liberians can primarily benefit from that growth. No longer should Liberian business people be spectators to our economy. And we want to actively support Liberianization and encourage and provide credit and other facilities to Liberian businesses so they can participate. And last but not least, we will use technology. We'll leverage technology to help us achieve our goals. So those are the what's and the hows. But let me end by leaving you again with these two universal truths. One is we cannot keep doing the same things, my people, and expect different results. We cannot keep electing the same people with the same experiences and expect Liberia to change. We need to elect and select different people to lead us, to serve us, to help us manage and run our country. And the other universal truth is the best predictor of future performance and future behavior is past performance and past behavior. And on those two counts, I believe I stand head and shoulders above the other candidates expiring. Together, we will change Liberia for the benefit of all Liberians. We will transform our country. We will give us a new start, a fresh start, so that all of us can benefit from this country we love. I thank you. God bless you. God bless the Republic of Liberia.
Chicken leg roll for day.
guys, thank you very much for watching. And Patricia, I just reply you because your comment you put up there, only you will understand it. You say Mr. Cummings using your money, poor E money vote against him. So thank you. That's so corrupt. You know, JB is so damn corrupt. So what you expect, man? Oh, Lofa Junior's here. Cummings, when you come to power and play DeLon after saying all these good things, I will sell Liberia. Lofa, if Mr. Cummings change, you know, let me say this. We on the same side where if Cummings change, we'll go after him. But if Cummings were going to change by this time, he's supposed to be. Because all the politicians in Liberia, you know, when Liberians enter that country within the next 3 months, 1 year, they done the change. But Mr. Cummings stayed the same, man. He stayed doing his thing, cool way. He stayed understanding. And to the guy who said, what ANC got to do with dues in Liberty Party, maybe you see, they got different setup group of people. They got people who listen and don't take nothing from out of you because their mind's made up already. They got people who just look at your mouth shaking up and down and they don't take nothing. I said, DeLon and Yombly, they're supposed to pay their dues if they want to have voice in their party. Pay your dues and stay there. That's what I said. And then again, I said Liberty Party, ANC, and UP and ALP refuse to pay dues in CPP. So maybe you can get a message. Don't to fire them off. Oh, I can't trust this man today, tomorrow, and forever because of the fingering and the incitement in the country. Okay, but Toga, man, Toga, you yourself, man, you're not even nobody for people to trust because the fact is that you even trust yourself. You don't trust yourself. You are a made-up mind person. You already mind made up, and you come on the post all the time. I told you I will not block you. I know you will change in the future, and maybe I don't know where you live in, but you can call Mr. Cummings a fingerer. You can call him Finger Wado. He ain't Finger Dezo. But let me make you to understand the man you supporting, character-wise, he will never ever stand the toes of Mr. Cummings. Mr. Bwaka, when it comes to character-wise, you will never, because Mr. Bwaka parades with corrupt people. And the ones that he know corrupt, he parade with them. The ones that he know that get bad moral record, he parade with them. He parade with molester, child molester. And he can't even make the first statement. He can't even say nothing. He abandoned the CPP. Everywhere he worked, they fired him, excluding the vice president position where they couldn't fire him, but he was just there as a dead man. Everywhere he worked, he was fired. They never asked him to resign, but they fired him. Because all the job he did in his life, he worked to the will and pleasure of someone. So he was appointed not based on his qualification, based on who know you. Because of Kekura Kpoto. Because of Kekura Kpoto, he was appointed by President Doe. Because of warring faction and political party, he was appointed by Mr. Sawyer, Dr. Sawyer. And Dr. Sawyer fired him. And Ellen almost fired him again, but anyway, he was vice president. You see that? So, and then he proved it to us that he's not a leader. He abandoned the CPP in the midst of trouble. He could not settle a single problem, a little problem. If a little boy, 38 years old, can convince you and destroy you and push you away and damage the CPP, then imagine being president. You will send the entire country away. Don't let us talk, please. You ain't see nothing here. Let the election start. You go dirty, we go dirty. When you get my picture, you post it. I will show you some of my girlfriend's house and all the place they live in. No, he ain't got to call me to stop reading. He said I shouldn't give you all the news. That's all. He ain't got to say stop reading it. He said I shouldn't just give you everything. So I will give you a small, I will give you another small, give you another small, give you another small. You can take it from us again. We got it already. We see that information that you continue to lie and lie and lie and lie. You see? So it means that he said, I'm not just give everything. That's it. And even if he called me to say, don't read it, Munel, keep it. That's not a bad thing. Another yo, who can accept it when put tell us on you? Thank you, Alofa. Thank you, Prince. Oh, Tom Will, another Joab JMB man. Means when you go read those things in court. We are not the court. No interest. But you honor my post, you honor my life. You got big mouth, man. You honor my life. You listening to it. I'm gonna read it in court. They get it. They have it in court. You honor my life. I see that one talking. You see how Liberian quick to change, how they quick to make up story. I was drinking a grape juice. Grape juice I was drinking. I drink. I'm not an excessive drinker. Sometimes I drink beer, sometimes I drink little Hennessy, but what I was drinking is grape juice that was in this cup. Yeah? And if I drink wine, I can drink wine. I'm a big boy. I'm a man for myself. My man can get vexed with me when I drink wine. You know, I noticed that every newspaper got Mr. Cummings' name in it. Every news, every outlet carry the name Alexander Cummings. Now, how can they say people don't know the man? Yeah. And we'll get your breaking heart, oh. We'll get your breaking heart. Cummings will go to court again when he go back. Then when he leave from court, then he will go campaign. When he go to court again, when he leave from there, he will go Nimakante. Waka can go nowhere. When you make our vest, we'll be taking helicopter. When we're going Morovia, we'll take helicopter to Maryland. When we'll take helicopter and go and come back the same day. I'm gonna make our vest. We're not like Dr. Cassell. We just need to rent the helicopter at all. We're not buying it, we'll rent it and they will fly in with professional pilots. Yeah, let me play that Costa. The one he said the woman is a dead man walking. A dead man walking. The woman is a dead man walking. Yes. According to Henry Costa, he said the woman is a dead man walking. Let me play out someone let me show the time you were praising Mr. Cummings, man. Listen to one. Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this.
Greetings from the All Liberian Party. Firstly, we want to use this opportunity to congratulate Honorable Alexander Benedict Cummings for his stewardship of the collaboration over the past 8 months.
You hear it? We want to congratulate Mr. Cummings for his leadership over the past 3 months. You hear it? That fire coming from his mouth? That fire. Oh.
Mr. Cummings, we at the All Liberian Party want to see.
You hear it? We at the All Liberian Party, only 300 members in our whole party. 300, the whole country. 300. In Morovia, the 30. In fact, because all the members came out to ANC, all the members. In the 2017 election, they got only 24,000 in the whole country. So I mean, imagine the winner in Maryland got 24,000. Okay, you're listening to him.
Opportunity to congratulate you for what we believe.
Your clap small, you're getting very low.
What a job well done. And people, it's very difficult
please show some love. I beg your
to
man.
control 4 political parties. All having ambition, all wanting positions, and all with diversity of views.
Your year that the one woman Bwaka could not do. Everybody position, solution, they shown, they whatsoever. But Mr. Cummings stood the test of time and honor the leadership of Mr. Cummings. That is when the Liberian people say, yes, CPP is stronger than ever. But when Mr. Cummings turned it over to them, all the linking, wicked politician, the corrupt politician, jump on it and say, oh yeah, we not see something, thank God, he not there again.
We want to use this occasion not only to congratulate you, Mr. Cummings, but to recognize your style of leadership.
Oh, listen what he just said. You will listen to it again. He said, we're not just telling you, but the way you can do your thing, you can't sweat. Your style of leadership is so calm, cool. You make things too easy. You make us shame. All the way we curse you. All the way I went against you. You even attack me. Joe Bwaka call you a stranger. You don't say nothing. Man, Cummings, man, you too patient, but your patient are here. Oh.
Always calm and collected. Even when you are being attacked, you still exhibit that. So we want to congratulate you.
Let me
We
play.
bring
You're
this
listening.
greeting from the All Liberian Party.
Let me say, no.
Firstly, we want to use this opportunity to congratulate Honorable Alexander Benedict Cummings for his stewardship of the collaboration over the past 8 months. Mr. Cummings, we at the All Liberian Party want to seize this opportunity to congratulate you for what we believe was a job well done. And people, it's very difficult to control 4 political parties, all having ambition, all wanting positions, and all with diversity of views. And we want to use this occasion not only to congratulate you, Mr. Cummings, but to recognize your style of leadership, always calm and collected. Even when you are being attacked, you still exhibit that. So we want to congratulate you. We signed a framework document.
Okay, this part, you're listening to him. When the guy ready to lie, he can stutter. You're listening to him on the one again. Can you not lie again? But the boy again lie. You're winner yet. No, I get all the tape from Spoon. I put it together. Small. Mo Ali lied today again. He said he carry 5. Y'all listen.
May 19, the framework document was
May 19.
Copies of that document should have been forwarded to each political.
Listen,
there were 5 copies we signed. 1 for each political party and 1 to be taken to NEC. As of today's date, we have not received our copies of the framework document.
Okay, you're listening to him. It was 5 that we signed, but in another interview, he said he turned over 5 to Mr. Cummings. But he said that 5 they signed and he got no copy. He said we ain't got none. So Mr. Cummings took the 5 copies, supposed to notarize the 5 copies. Then get them the notarized copy. Who the hell would want to notarize 5 copies? Do you notarize document here unless you send, if you send in the document that the one that go, you notarize it. Why you will give your copy back to Mr. Cummings? Why, Mr. Cummings, what make your copy important? What make your copy you keeping? What make it important? You notarize your copy for what? Nobody. Nobody. I have sent letter out, I notarize the letter, and I keep my copy. Because you know, people don't notarize more than 2 for transparency. That means if I keep a notarized copy, I can use it anytime. They will tell you they will notarize 1 copy. 1. In fact, you're supposed to even sign in front of the person who notarizing it. But in Liberia, we ain't give a damn. We sign, then we go notarize it. That's all. So you're listening, oh, he said at 5, he ain't get no copy, he ain't get nothing. The amended copy, he ain't got none. Y'all listen to him. Y'all listen to him, oh.
Informed by somebody in there.
Oh,
Now he said he was informed by somebody in NEC, but then when he was talking to Heron Costa again, he said he was informed by the TV.
In this whole process, it's a funny television show that people go on and make all kinds of remarks about people.
Yeah.
And
I was informed by somebody in NEC that the document that was submitted to NEC was a photocopy of.
I turned on my television one evening and I heard people quoting things from the framework document that nobody would be able to leave. And even if you leave, you would not be able to fuel a candidate into the elections.
You hear
I
that?
was informed
Okay.
by somebody in NEC that the document that was submitted to NEC was a photocopy of.
Then
Okay. Maybe some of you guys never interacted with NEC. The first thing, nobody take photocopy to NEC to register. 2018, my brother ran as an independent candidate for Montserrat County. We went to NEC. Every district supposed to register. If you're an independent person, you register with 20 names, resident of every district. So district 17, 40. So the first time we did the document, when we took the pictures, we went and photocopied the pictures on the document, thinking that we supposed to keep the original. When we went to NEC, when we submitted our document, they called us back the next day and they said, no. They need original copies of our resolution and whatsoever, notarized and give it to them. We had to come back and redo everything and put the color copies. In fact, they didn't want no black and white picture. And then we gave them $730 to put it in the newspaper. So nobody go to NEC with photocopy. That's a lie. That's a lie. And I can put my life on the line. That's a lie. And if you go to NEC to get copy of your document, they will photocopy it and give it to you. They will not give you the original, because when you take the original from NEC, that document is no more valid. So you're listening to the criminal. And then when you start to stutter, this time now, he got the information from his source from that place. But the other one, he got the information from TV.
morning, I called my chairman and I told him I wanted a copy of all the framework documents.
You hear that the man who said he ain't get no. The man who just said, I don't have no copy. But this time around now, he called the draft and a new one. That and talking, you can't move. You're listening to him. Super liar.
Yeah.
As of today's date, we have not received our copies of the framework document.
He ain't got it now.
He immediately forwarded them to me. I called the party's vice chair. I wanted his copy. of all the framework documents, you know, that he had in his possession.
As of today's date, we have not received our copies of it.
Okay, see, I only try to expose them to you. Maybe you're not paying attention to it. One interview, I don't have it. Another interview, I call my chairman to bring, but then he said, oh, that means the draft and whatsoever. But you just say you got copy, but how do you know it was author? And you say you got copy. You don't have copies of the document. But then how come you got copy to know which one was author? What play? Oh, Jesus. You know, the people make fun out of Liberians. Because you people allow it all the time to happen. You allow these things. That is why Spoon Network supposed to do justice to Liberian people. This picture, this video, I took it from Spoon Network. There are so many videos out there on Spoon. That is what CNN, MSN, Fox does. They interview you. When you make mistakes, they bring back your video. I don't know if they don't have it in photos to say, no. And Heron Costa, you came here the other days, you said X, Y, Z. But they allow it. So these people now, Spoon, the real journalists or the real communication center is in maybe Liberia. So Spoon in Monroe, in America, maybe they just like us. That is why people in Liberia know today that they say Spoon is next to Freedom FM. They say Spoon is a government control station in Liberia. That's what people say now. So people who listen to it, more sedition listen to it than any other party. Then the next party will be Liberty UP listen to it too. You see? So that's the thing. Look at this man lying and nobody can catch it. They Spoon TV. Nobody say nothing. Today they on that place. They're sitting there today and pretending and allowing these guys to come on radio and lie.
Document.
And both of them, you know, forwarded those documents to me. I went through the documents and I said, wow, this is serious.
Because the lawyers did do an amendment.
Now he's speaking the truth. He's speaking the truth right now.
Document. And they did it on our advice and consent.
Yeah. Now he's coming to speak the truth. They know. The lawyers did it. They did it.
The amended copy, we have copies of.
You hear that? The amended copies, we got copies. He catch himself right there. You listen to him. He catch himself right there.
As of today's date, we have not received our copies of the framework document. It still wasn't a document that was filed into NEC.
Now, out of shame, he noticed that he just lied. Then he said, stay. That's not a copy that was taken to NEC. It was not a copy taken to NEC.
Yeah. It is crystal clear to you. We did sign a framework document. 4 political parties signed a framework document. And under his leadership, he convinced us that there was a need to have lawyers look at the document and put it in legal perspective. We agreed. So the process began. The last we heard of it is we had a meeting at Liberty Party's headquarters, and the lawyers all showed up. Most of them showed up, and they brought to our attention all the major changes they made in the framework document, and they explained why, and we all concurred.
Now you see, he's speaking the truth because somebody asked him a question, and he was so afraid. He said, "Let me just explain." So you hear that? That's the truth now he's telling us, and that is what we heard long time ago.
Because the lawyers did do an amendment of the framework document, and they did it honor the chairman and the executive committee of who are working on this document to have gone back and compiled the document. After compilation of the document should have been brought back to each political party. And the political party executive committee we have met and approve or disapprove of the document. Honor our advice and consent. The amended copy, we have copies of. And we must work together to ensure that we don't disappoint the Liberian people.
The document itself carries May 19. The document coming submitted now, the type of the document, the date on the document is May 19. They post signed the original document on what? April 25th. The document coming selling May 19 on the document.
Y'all see the other buffon. Y'all see the other one who think because he got a big show lying that the original document, what he don't even know, he said Mr. Cummings sent the one that made 19 and Mr. Cummings lied and I made 19. That's not made 19. You see another, like father, like son.
May 19, the framework.
And the confirmation of receipt by NEC has a date that is different from the submission date. The document itself carries May 19. The document coming submitted now, the type of the document, the date on the document is May 19. They post signed the original document on what? April 25th. The document coming selling May 19 on the document.
May 19, the framework document was signed.
Should have known if such a provision was in that agreement saying that nobody can pull out, and if you pull out, you can't fill the candidate in your own party's name.
Yeah.
You would have known. But then
Definitely.
all of a sudden, you're sitting out there and you're hearing people discussing this thing on some show that nobody can take. The thing is an ironclad agreement. You're in it forever. And then you get alarmed. And then you send for the copies, and then you realize this was the case. What then did you do?
They were informed by somebody in NEC that the document that was submitted to NEC was a photocopy.
Then I called next. And the question I asked is, do you have an original copy of the framework document? And I was informed, no.
I was informed by somebody in NEC that the document that was submitted to NEC was a photocopy of a.
Okay, you hear that? Nobody register with photocopies. Nobody. No organization register with NEC with a black and white paper, color, Nobody. But big men lying. When a small man now, then I trouble. Lying. Yeah. They come and quote the Constitution now.
To remain in any gathering, organization, or whatever it is a right given to you as a Liberian by the Constitution.
You hear that? It is a right given to Liberian by the Constitution. It is your right to associate and disassociate. It is your right to leave any organization. Mr. Bernard Ure did not sign a contract in CPP. Cummings did not. None of them. It's an organization. Now, I will not tell you what an organization considered to be human being, although human being make the organization, but the Constitution guarantees citizen first. When you go to the Supreme Court will tell you if it includes organization. And then again, the organization is a private organization. Political parties, they consider them as private organization when they sign contract. Although it's public, but government don't control them. Government regulates. They got net and election commission that regulates them. But the fact is that they run their own thing. Government don't give them money. They raise their own money and do whatsoever they want to do. You know what I'm saying? So that is what they want to use. Go to NEC, let NEC tell you, or you go to the Supreme Court, or go through the process to leave. They all know that very well and playing deaf ears.
And nobody can take that away. No
And
one
you can
can
leave
force
whenever
you
you
to
want to
leave.
leave.
Yeah. No can't force you to leave.
That's the Constitution.
And you've been
Okay, I don't want to listen to all that other crap there where Costa saying that he the one who broke the CPP down. But I just want to say, now it's the Constitution. Bernard Ure is not Liberty Party. ANC, Cummings is not ANC. In that CPP framework, there's a way you got to go through to leave. But they continue, they spread their lies until they can't lie anymore. They want to bring it back. ANC do not buy into it. Trash it. The next day or the same day, we will come out and destabilize it and trash any damn news that come out. We will not sit back this time around. We will not sit down this time around. We will call you out. And in fact, we will put you on the defense. We will put you on the defense. We will dance in the dirt and we get up and go take bath and we'll wear our necktie and argue again. But we will not give you no damn air to breathe. Enough is enough. These guys are corrupt and we should put end to their corruption. We should stop the nonsense. That is what they've been doing long time. They say, oh, nobody listen to you in Liberia, but they prefer to be on Facebook in Liberia and tell you, look and see how many persons watch me from Liberia. You go in the general group is based in Liberia. Friends of the General is based in Liberia. The administrator is in Liberia. The administrator for the Fox movement is in Liberia. My page is there. My stuff is there. You know what I'm saying? So all these things, don't be afraid. Don't let them move you. 10 person watch me say I'm talking to 10 person, and not your business. If 10 person watch me, and not your business, then you're not supposed to worry about me. You're not supposed to worry about me. I don't want supposed to worry. Don't cry more than the bereaved family. The Joe we have people, the Joe Boaga people. The first time I see in my whole life, I see ruling party and opposition against opposition. Oh, Jesus Christ. Joe B working with George Weah. Henry Costa working with George Weah. George Weah called Henry Costa. The guy say, yes, our cameraman for George Weah. You hear your feelings? I used to do George Weah video. You hear your feelings? Or I worry for President Weah, please come into here so I can announce it. Yeah, right. You think I'm looking for glory? You think I'm looking for glory? You think I had to see George Weah? Whoa. Maybe you didn't know me. Never had to see George. I had the opportunity to see George when I brought 2018. I mean, had to see George Weah. And guess what? George ain't get nothing on me. The only difference, he president. They the one owe me. He owe me. His wife owe me. His son, Tim, owe me. So I can say any day with pride, with P and D. I was part of the first day when he went on to practice with the Honor 14. I did it for him. I did the recording. You think I want something from them? Man, you shut your damn mouths, man. I always know George Weah. You ain't know President Weah. You ain't know President Weah. Nobody hate President Weah. But President Weah should not treat the other sedition as if they're nothing. To come made news talking to. Okay, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Let me come play my song. If nobody talks about you, you are nobody. If nobody chewing your bone, you are nobody. You can like it, you can add your own there just to make it juicy. You like it, you can put your own there just to make it spicy. I know you like the cheese and you like the sugar and the tea, cocoa and the coffee, anything you You can talk about Jesus. They can talk about Abraham. They can talk about Moses. Who they can talk about? Let me come play my D12. Okay. They try like Gila. Look at like Gila. She came on Gila.
You see my D12 not doing it? Check your Facebook. That ball bad. Check your full. Let's see that ball. You will not believe it.
He's on the 3-minute tooling. That's my ball right there. Yeah. That's my ball.
Hey. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh. It was gonna be. Oh, no.
D12 on the beat.
If nobody talks about you, you are nobody. If nobody chewing your bone, you are nobody. They will know everything about you more than you know yourself. Yeah. They will talk just to bring you down. They will spread all your bad news more than they spread your good news. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but no one wants to die. Oh, see, let them do the talking again. See, I will do the bluffing, yeah. Anything they say about me, please believe it. Believe it. Believe it. Believe it. Believe it. Anything they say about me, please believe it. Believe it. If nobody talks about you, you are nobody. If nobody chewing your bone, you are nobody. If you like it, you can add your own there just to make it juicy. If you like, you can pour your own there just to make it spicy. Spicy. I know you like the cheese
gentlemen, that is D12. D12, all the way from somewhere, Minnesota. And nobody talks about you. You're nobody. This one is going out to you guys. I want to say thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. Without you, we cannot do it. And I want to say special thanks to all the guys on Facebook and Lofa Julius, and other guys from the CDC to the ANC to the UP and everybody who on Facebook trying to give the message. I hope we do it in the proper way. We have to give the message to others. As for us in the ANC, as for me, I try to give the truth news because there's nothing lie about Mr. Cummings. There is nothing about Mr. Cummings that I need to lie about. Everything about Mr. Cummings is genuine, is truth. I don't know about you. So do the same thing. I'm only here to tell you that Mr. Cummings is the guy. Mr. Cummings is the way forward. We're looking for leaders. Since 1847, Liberia's biggest problem is governance. It's nothing else. Because lack of governance, that is why we lack of discipline and there's no law and order in that country. That is why. So we're asking you, look for the best. Choose. I'm not going to force you. I'm not going to convince you over plus. But make it your own. I just only taking you there. But you will be the one doing the vote. You will be the one casting your vote. So you make that choice. Ask the tough question. Ask questions that will take us into the 21st century. Do not ask questions about 1990. Do not ask me questions about refugee time. Do not ask me questions if you don't eat or they didn't give you money. Ask the man the question, what you will do. And ask the man the question, what you did. What have you done in your past, in your private life, or what you did as VP for 12 years and we are still into this mess? How will you get us into this mess? How will you create jobs? What are your plans when it comes to education? What are your plans when it comes to health? What are your plans when it comes to infrastructure? What are your plans when it comes to law and order, our justice system? We have one candidate on this hand that got everything and explained and broke it down. We got another candidate who got only 4 items in his agenda and who don't even have education, no law and order, nothing there for health, nothing. We got one candidate who think Liberia only problem is agriculture, road. But 12 years, this guy did nothing in government to prove us wrong. 12 years as a vice president, this vice president could not even convince Ellen Johnson to straighten up the road going to Lofa County. And he knew that he wanted to run. He had an opportunity for 12 years that today Lofa is supposed to be bragging about good roads. Vice president, you have everything under your wing to tell the president, say, Madam President, when you leave office, the people will ask me what you did. And today, Lofa County is still the same bush after 12 years. One step to the presidency, Lofa cannot brag and tell you they even got a farm. Lofa cannot brag on nothing because of bad leadership. The vice president sat there, attend every cabinet meetings. He has other responsibility from the library to the group of 77 and other things. But yet he can't take responsibility. People in his office, corrupt people. So many. Kesseli, what is his name? What the guy name he was in Philadelphia before? He got all his family around him. The vice president don't even want to promote young children within his party. Where is Gafwan? Where are the other young people there? The Steve Johnson, and Stephen Johnson, all the guys there. Where is the wisdom? They say age comes with wisdom, but not all the age. It's not how long you serve, how well you serve. Show us the mark. Show us documents. Tell us what you did. What's your memoir? What's in there? Let us be convinced that you did X, Y, Z. Tell us. This vice president still cannot show us nothing. We're not here for Sparta's story. We're not here for chance. We can't give you chance again. The change is now. If it's not now, it's when. We can't go backward. We're going forward. If it's not today, when? This man cannot even unite 4 political parties. Can JB, Joseph Jimma Boakai, unite Liberians? Can Joseph Boakai unite the entire country? Can he bring Liberians together? No. It is convinced and is proven that he cannot. Under the leadership of Alexander Cummings, it was the best days of the CPP. It was the best days of the CPP when Alexander Cummings was chairman. That's when the entire country realized that there was a coalition, because he opened all the offices around town. He made everybody feel good that they were a member of a collaboration. Until Boakai took over and took it down to the drain and abandoned the party, abandoned the coalition. The same Boakai who said, and I quote, "If we all want us to remove Joshua because of removing him, I will not be part of it." The man who called himself the fixer, who said, "When I go back to Liberia, I will fix it." Mr. Cummings refused to attend meetings, refused to call Mr. Cummings. That is why I think Mr. Cummings, I'm more disappointed in Mr. Boakai than even Ure. Wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. You sat there, you allow a little boy destroy 4 political parties. You sat there, a little boy insulted Mr. Cummings over and over publicly. Even if Mr. Cummings, you say, okay, they say he's not running for office. If Mr. Cummings supporters, if somebody from Mr. Cummings supporter cussing up, they are ordinary people. But you insulted Mr. Cummings, and Mr. Boakai apologized. I make him to apologize publicly at a rally, a town hall meeting. But he refused to call him. Now he's embarrassed for what's going on now. And the you people embarrassed too. Because right now they don't know his way with George Weah or with this. But they know the game they're playing. They know the game. Your team will be jealous because President Weah called. Would not be jealous. President Weah has a right to talk to anybody. President Weah scored no political point on ANC. He scored political points on UP. And he scored big on Henry Costa. Not us. Not us. By the time he and Henry Costa finished talking, he called everybody and said, "I just talked to Henry. You said that picking. I just talked to that picking general. I just talked to that picking." Then let me say, "Oh, Timolin said it live on Facebook, on YouTube, on the show." So imagine he called Timolin. Who else he called again? He called everybody to say, "I call that picking there." I just showing small sense. That's what he did. That George, I can hear him. I can hear him talking. He called Timolin. He called all the other people. He said, I just call him happy in all the place. He put what he said all over the place. All over the place now, Joe. We are calling happy. You confused. Joe, you know, Joe, yeah. But where? Joe, you strong, yeah. You strong, Joe, yeah. Joe, man, we are. What best? You strong. You strong. Okay, guys. Yeah, thank you, man. I'll be on tomorrow. Maybe I might be on the Nimba Quadro around 4 o'clock. And I will be on the Comics Hour on Friday. So get ready for me. It will be in the afternoon. So small will be on it, little by little. Thank you, guys. Have a good day. God bless you. I love you all. You know, sometimes I want to go. I don't want to go because I can just look. I don't like to just leave people hanging, you know. But anyway, we got to go. Guys, y'all thank you. Yeah. Y'all thank you. I appreciate it. Y'all go to bed. I will pray for you. Y'all pray for me. Bye. I said bye. Y'all still looking again? Oh, man. Damn, man. Okay. Oh. What my picking fella say again? Me see fella. What fella say? Ask Drew Mason. Ask Drew Mason for what? Ask Kennedy Sandy. Ask Vanish Shemo. Mr. Cummings is failed politician already. But fella, you know you can't bring that argument around me. You own your own. You don't even know who you want. You were once George Weah supporter. You came from Liberia. Nobody could tell you anything about George Weah. You remember the argument we had behind the church. But today you supporting Mr. Waka because of the name Fala. Because of your relationship to a county. You looking at Mr. Cummings and call Mr. Cummings a failed politician. A man who not into politics because he won't get money. The name you just called, Drew Mason, got money from our Liberian government. You don't know that Drew Mason got money when he went to Nigeria and struck a deal, and also he into the oil business representing Liberia. You're talking about Kennedy Sandy. You want to compare Sandy with Mr. Cummings? You want to compare Vanish Shemo with Mr. Cummings? You are a brave kid. You know that? I will call you kid now because you try to be disrespectful. Even if you don't say Mr. Bwaka and Mr. Cummings, okay, because Mr. Bwaka retired. Mr. Shemo, who damaged Liberians that were working with lack. Because you even know nothing good about your own country. I beg you, you must say we're in the same church. Don't let me go on you like this. Don't do that. Don't come on a post. Then even thing you left Bwaka name out and you call somebody failed candidate or man who running for president, who not running because he want money. Not like Joe Bwaka, who don't even, you cannot have a correct 15 minutes conversation with him. He forgot. He forget everything that will come out of his mouth. And you want to compare him with Mr. Cummings? That's disrespect, my kid. I will call you kid because I'll show you my daughter equal. But you guys are just disrespectful. You can't even tell me nothing about Mr. Bwaka. Tell me something about Mr. Bwaka. Tell me something good about Mr. Bwaka platform and Lawrence. Lawrence, tell me something about Mr. Bwaka platform. Tell me what you think Mr. Bwaka can do. You are a young man. You are a young man. You voted for George Weah when you came from Liberia. Nobody could tell you anything about George Weah. And you change. And then later on, comments were all on your lips. Until you been a follower of Costa, you addicted to him, and then you look at your relationship with the name Fala from Lofa County, and you decided now, I think I will support my countrymen. Which isn't a bad thing. And then you want to turn around and disrespect a man who make everything for himself. Who other Liberians pray to be like or be more than them. The man who look and say, I wish I want to see Liberians more than me. And you a young man, or young man who stays striving, you want to get into politics or insult people? Fala, be careful, my brother. Be careful. You're supposed to bring that argument one-on-one to the church. You know me, you know me. You know me, my brother. Don't do it. I believe it's just a disrespect. Drew Mason. Drew Mason. That the one you put on the same line with Mr. Cummings. Drew Mason. And you took Joseph Bwaka. Oh, Joseph Bwaka not even running. So I see why you take his name from there. And the Fala ball are talking a lay ball. A lay ball. Although you know in America you live by yourself, but a lay ball. He's a lay ball. That picking. Let me hear you say, you are addicted. What? You're listening to Tom Will. Tom Will. He said, I work in Charles Taylor government. My brother, when Charles Taylor came to power, I was already in government. I was a civil servant. And I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to, you can't take it from me. Since you want to know, because some of you guys lie so damn much. No, you see, because you're in a lies group. You're in a group that love to lie, and Liberian will take it. I will not take it from you. I will explain to you good. Charles Taylor don't know my name. My brother from NPP. I voted against NPP. Charles Taylor met me in government. I started in government as a driver. And I started driving for the Minister of Labor, became Chief Transport Officer, head of the inspection team, and then went as far as Inspector General. So let me make you to understand today. A civil servant got nothing to do. So any president honor a civil servant. Yes, I worked partly in a Charles Taylor government. I was a civil servant. Charles Taylor don't know my name. He might know my brother, but he don't know my name. You get it? So your lies, I'm not one of these guys who can lie to pass by. I'm not one of these guys who will say, you know, I will not argue with the guy. But you lie so much, my brother, until you don't even know. Ask me. I would not take it from you today. I will not take it from you tomorrow. If that are true, I will share my mouth. And it was my right to work in government. And guess what? When I got ready, I left. And I had the opportunity to work there again when the interim government and then with the Ellen Johnson and whatsoever. I can't work in government again. I can't go look for a job in government again, my brother. I'm not one of those guys who think that you must serve one place for too long. Even in my community, president for the Liberian Community Association, South Jersey, 4 years, I left. We had a new president. After another 4 years again, they petitioned me. I came down and had a landslide. And I told them, I said, only 2 years. I'm not going second time again. And that's me. I gave other people a chance. When you serve, you be thankful. And when you work in government, you should be thankful you serve. I would look, normally, I would never work with a president, especially a political appointee, to go through for another 12 years. That nonsense, they don't work for me. I would not want to stay there like what? After a certain time, I want to leave. I want to retire good. I want to retire. I want to leave a job for the president and say, damn, I still need your service. You don't let them fire you. So since you won't know that where you work in charge, corrupt the listen, Tom, well, you're going very personal, but you're damn ass and you lie. If you think that Mr. Kishen stole money from Liberian government, the damn broke Charles Taylor government that I was making. So let me tell you what I was doing now. Since maybe you really want to know me, I was doing business too. Let me tell you, since you want to know, before I started working in government, I used to do wedding cakes. I used to sew. I know I used to sew like the full men. I used to sew for women then. My sister friends, some of them work with a bank. When I sold one dress for them, it's not easy. I used to do wedding cakes. I used to do things. You know what I'm saying? That's how I used to survive. Before I start working in government, then I opened my lay place on Cocotown Back Road. I was living in that compound there behind Bwezo 12 area there. I was renting one of the building up there. Since you want to know, Mr. Fool, you gotta come on Facebook. I'm not running for president. You see, that is some of the things I tell you. I'm not running for office, but you honor my post, and somebody gave you information that sounds so stupid, but you're a loser. You're a loser, Tom, for you to say that Mr. Kishen stole money from Charles Taylor government. You know, it sounds so foolish. It sounds foolish. But I will keep you on the post here. and you let people see it. And anybody who know, they will read it and say, oh, I think you're talking to the wrong person. Because if you're talking about Mr. Kishen, I was a civil servant. Charles Taylor never appointed me, my brother. I was a civil servant, inspector general. I became inspector general 1997, 97, 98, 98, 99, I left Liberia. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, when I was leaving, I had the opportunity because the acting minister, Newville, said, hey, Kishen, why are you going? He was then getting ready to be minister proper. So you see, I left Liberia because the government was a worse government. The corruption was too much, all kinds of people passing by. So I had the opportunity. I said, bye, my Hena Isa. May his soul rest in peace, Tom Woyu. Tom used to be afraid under the tree, arguing against Charles Taylor. And my brother was with Charles Taylor. My brother was Charles Taylor. People used to come and say, my man, you know your brother with Charles. I said, I don't give a damn if my brother with Charles Taylor. I don't give a damn if my brother is with Charles Taylor. And I used to speak my mind. I never used to hang out with them. Hello, hello, and that's it. Never. So let me tell you, say you want to know about me. Well, you got to ask for more information. Because if you tell anybody, say Mr. Kishen corrupt, they will laugh at you. They will laugh at you. They will laugh that they won't piss. But your labor anyway. Your labor, you know a damn thing about me. You try small. Because I don't want to talk about labor ministry. So I never went to Liberia with Charles Taylor. Charles Taylor met me in government, for your information. Yeah? When Charles Taylor came to government, I was chief transport officer already. And you know, when a minister dies, you're not in charge again, you all over the place. And you know, you want to know the minister? They call him Serenus Fall. Serenus Fall was the most decent Liberian. And from there, I decided to work with no Liberian. The only Liberian that I see that look like Serenus Fall, and I'm putting everything in, is Alexander Cummings. Discipline, man. Serenus Fall. Discipline. Discipline. Honest. This guy was so honest, he could not even build a house for himself. But he slept in the best house. Never bought a car, but he drove the best. The man who felt that he could make it with his salary. But some of y'all lack integrity. Me, that's where I took it from. But most of y'all lack integrity. That's the problem. So it's hard for you to see people that make it. It's hard for you to see people. I'm not a rich man, no. I'm a poor guy. I am a poor guy. Let me tell you. I struggle with my bills. But one thing, I got a very good family. I got a beautiful kids. When I say beautiful, I'm not talking about the fix yourself. I talk about the inside, God-fearing kids. They go to church every Sunday. They remind their mom and myself, we got to go to church. Y'all drop us off. Because I discipline them. Leadership starts from home. Because my mom did the same thing to me. In Liberia, you call us pupure. You call us grown-up children. You call us disappointed African. You call us bastard children. But some of us, you can never take it from us. We will always shine no matter what. I sold bread in Looking Town for my mom. I went to Tottenham High. Imagine me selling bread, donut. I sold for my mom. And I live, and I can live anywhere around the world today. If I drop and die today, my children will live. I got a beautiful wife, a strong woman, that if I drop and die, I know my children in the good hands. And now there's some of y'all, or like you, who don't know who you will keep. Maybe you got a woman right now, but how long you been with her? You got a audacity to come on my page and try to challenge me as if I'm running for office. You better wait until I'm ready to run. You better wait. When I'm ready to run, then you can come out and talk. But that's the wrong guy. I'm not afraid of that. I'm a grown-up man. I used to learn my football business. Former team manager for IE 1998. I was former team manager for IE. I ran IE from tail to bottom. Supported IE. Yep. I'm not a perfect guy. I make some mistakes down the line. But I'm a damn honest person that you will ever want to know as a friend. So let me tell you, Tom Will, you better go and ask. So if you're getting false information, you better keep it. Because I'm not one of those guys who will allow you to pass by. They say, Mooney, don't talk. I saw your comment long time. I said, I will wait. I will close on you. I said, I will close on you. I wish you can call me and let we talk. Let the people hear you talking. You must say, argue, we'll debate. Because sometimes stupidity is a disease. Your purchases like as something you went to McDonald's and they sell it, drive through. It is my right to criticize any damn public officials, anybody in public. But you know it is not your right to insult me or to come on my page. It's not your right. But when I block you, I will let you to stay there so to clean some of your damn mud off your head. I'm not mad. I just want to clear the air because sometimes you carry stupid news around. You carry sometimes you want to know who the person. I'm not one of the guys then who, I'm not a flamboyant guy. I'm not a guy who can show off. I'm not rich. I'm a struggling guy. Struggle. I work hard. Don't see me on Facebook. I work hard, my brother. I will be out of here by 4 o'clock today to go to work again. My wife work hard. Then I will put my son on a bus. I got my son going to a private school. My older daughter out of college. The other one in college. My son got a 4 years scholarship playing football in high school. Y'all want to know about people. Because I don't like Boaka. So you think you can come under my post and open your stupid mouth and say what you want to say? You think I will let you go free? In your dream. In your dream, my brother. In your dreams. The stupidness that part of you. That is why Liberia is suffering today. You can't think for yourself. My name is Munel Quen Kishen. When you go to my Facebook page, you will see my picture. You will see the person I'm supporting. You will see my name. My name is not Tom Will. My name is not Munel. Do you know why they call me General? Because I was Inspector General. So most of my friends call me General. Maybe you don't know. And then some of my friends start calling me General of Opinions. Dummy. You gave yourself a too stupid name. You need Thomas Will or Tom Will or whatsoever. So I will leave you for now. And maybe I might open the conversation with you tomorrow. And you can follow me tomorrow again. You don't need to go because I'm not going to block you. This is not the first time. I see some of your posts some of your comments under my posts. We got 5 senses. You got the seeing. I think you still have it. No, I don't think you have the seeing, Seth. You got the smelling. You got the tasting. But the hearing, you got the hearing, you missed that one. You got the tasting, it stay with you. The seeing, you don't get a damn thing. So you're operating on 3 senses, 3. So part of your brains are mutt. You're a follower, my brother. You're a follower. Even the man you follow, you can't tell me nothing about him. So those who listen to me, I'm very sorry. I just want to put this guy in his place. I'm not running for office. That's my life. But I just want to put into place because lies is not something that you allow easily. I'm not going to wait for you to come back and say, don't listen to what the B say. I'm not cursing him, but just telling him, saying he really want to know about me. So I'm now a rich guy. You will not take my picture like your friend Henry Costa. You will not see your girlfriend because I ain't getting none. You might see my wife, but you will see me dancing one day. And when you see me tomorrow, you'll be afraid to speak to me because the way I not deal with you. if you remind me in the street when you speak to me, I will remind you again to what I tell you. I will say to you again. When you see me in person, you'll not be able to curse me, self. You'll not be able to curse me when you see me in person. I challenge you. I dare you any day. You'll not curse me. You'll not curse me. You know, sometimes if you're going to curse me, you're better, but you can't think that you put some like your stupid nonsense that we waste time with your, oh yeah, the men are criminal. The men are this. The men are that. The men are dead and rich. I say, you think I get money? You think I want to? Guys, y'all have a good day and God bless you all. And also, God bless you, Tom. I pray that God gave you good brains to be a smart man, not to be stupid. You know, I pray that God open your eyes so you will know what is right for you. It is not a crime to work with child stealer at all. Child stealer, although I never voted for child stealer, I mean, I can say any day, I'm a man, I'm a straightforward person. I just believe with everything that happened for Liberians to say, you came my man, you came my pa, I will vote for you. You think I will carry me? And I knew Charles was going to win because out of fear. A lot of people voted for Charles out of fear. I love my brother, but we're not in the same party. And he respects me for that. And I respect my brother for that. We don't talk politics. We sit together, we talk family, and you will never go to him and tell him, no, wait. You will never. So I just want to tell you that, my brother. Vikings, what's up, my man? You know, they're so foolish. You want to come on my post and lie? You think I one of these stupid one there will allow you to go through? I beg you, yeah. Don't bring that nonsense to me. Every organization I in, I lead. You see the way I was talking to just now, Fala? You see Fala? Smart kid. I was talking to him, your Joe JB supporter. We're in the same church. He in the same church. I'm not a minister. In fact, he more spiritual than me, sir. But I'm the chairman of the trustees board. And I never begged for that position. I avoided. I was men's president. I built the church. I built the church. When I say build the church, I'm talking about the building. The church is us. Spiritual wise, no. But nobody can tell me about God. I worship God the way I want to. I don't worship God because of my pastor. But when I say I built the church with my hands, turn our whole garage into a building, work whole night, 4 o'clock, come back, and I still play a role. Don't joke with me, my brother. I don't brag about it. But I can be among 1 million people. 1 million. I can stand there and you see me in the front. I will make my way to that front and you will see, you hear me talking. Even I ask the first question, it may not sound good in your ear. But when I leave, you know exactly what I said. God gave it to me. And nobody can take it from me. So let me tell you now. Come on somebody's page. If you don't get nothing to say, you shut your damn mouth and just watch the show. Or you don't want to hear it, you get out. I challenge anyone, you will never see me on a post insulting. I will give you a hard time. If I want hurt your feelings, I will put from Mr. Cummings 2-3 times, I will post it. If you go on Spoon, I will call you out if you lie on certain things. But I will not insult nobody. If I don't want to see you, I pass. I don't listen to some posts. And guess what? I will watch this same show. You see the show I just did? When I go to work tomorrow, I'll put it on in my car and I will watch it if I see all the mistakes. So pray to God that I'm going to get up in the morning and look at it and think I'm not dead to you or my late picking and father. Then tomorrow I'll tell you sorry. But for now, you on my shit list. You on my shit list, my brother. So don't worry. When I say my shit, how me cussing you? How me I'm gonna cuss you? No, no, no. But we should be respectful of each other. Listen, I would not, you know, one of the things I see some guys who are criminals, who cause all kinds of problems, want to come back on Facebook and make it look like they are the best. Like Terrence Genesis saw me the other day, he want to attack me. You will get record on news, they say you stole generator, they fire you, and then he attacking me because, and there's a guy who, at the time, everything was fine. Oh man, when you come on, they want you to come on the show. They enjoying it. But because I'm not supporting UP, I'm not supporting this back, so that's a problem now because I support Mr. Cummings. And I was supporting Mr. Cummings first. Yeah. But they won't go, they don't want to play the real game. They want to take the shortcut. You think that we will join coalition because they say of you? You think if they're going to tell Mr. Cummings, say, oh, the CPP is for this man, nobody will going to join. The late Bromsky was not going to allow it to happen. Then last minute of time, you want to corrupt and stab Mr. Cummings in the back and turn it around and make it look. Now they're running with another news. They're not even shame. Taylor Ure. You think they will win like that? Now they're posting again. Oh, Mr. Cummings fingered the document and even the one the lawyers did. Look at that nonsense. Then we should sit back. Y'all tell me, my people. Your ANC people, you better fight back. This is not no damn. You can't sit there and allow it to happen. They start posting again. That's what they can do. They are Republican. They can drink dirty water to survive. They started already. Oh, and Ellis Cummings put and finger the evidence from the court again. Oh. Eh? Maybe I see the one Ellis Cummings finger. Eh? Taylor Ure, the one who said she said that Henry Costa make her to lose the election. And not true. Because Henry Costa in collude with Molba Molu. Yeah. All of them. They are not trusted. They are all bunch of hypocrites and backstabber. They think it will work with Mr. Cummings. Whether you like it, Cummings get more money than your pa. Cummings gave you money during the election. Cummings campaign with you. He gave you physical cash. Your pa never follow you. What you say? Eh? Yeah. Your pa never follow you. Mr. Cummings campaign with you and did everything. Even if you don't want to support Mr. Cummings, you and all person will come and insult Mr. Cummings. Eh? You come and insult Mr. Cummings too? Tell you? He richer than your pa. Maybe the only person, maybe the Nigerian man that you go away in Nigeria and maybe get a few millions or whatsoever. Quick and I start carrying news again. Oh, the document and Mr. Cummings and finger the document again. Your way, you ain't see nothing yet. The dead look, the game that we're ready for you. We're ready for you. But all we have our permission first. We're ready for you. The election are coming. Y'all try dirty, we'll try dirty. You go personal, we'll go personal. And see who will catch. The whole some of you got all your pictures then out there. You got plenty of pictures there already. Molesting late children, molesting girls. Some of you will still get your old newspaper there from Liberia. Some of you who work in the government before. Come on, try something. You don't want to play a good game. You think that dirty game you will play. You bring it, we'll bring it this way. You put it so, we'll put it so. Yeah, the campaign just start. When the campaign start, you will know Babu or Divacola. You can sit on there. Okay, guys. Y'all have a good day. Bye for now. I love you guys. Now, Tom will. Bye.